Welcome into Baptist Health Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University for the 44th District Tournament. It is the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament here live on WBON TV and on 106.7 The Pinnacle. As we welcome you into Baptist Health Arena, I am Michael Watkins along with Jamie Boggs here. And Jamie, for the third time in 18 years, first time since the 2020 44th District Tournament, we get a Madison Central, Madison Southern first round matchup, both the girls and the boys taking place tonight. And for the boys game, it kind of lost a little bit of its luster last week when Casey Nobby went down with that injury. But for the girls game, it's really, I think, for Madison Southern, they got nothing to lose tonight. A chance to come out here, play a good game. If you lose, nobody expected you to win. And if you win, well, there you go. It's kind of set up for you to kind of come out and throw the kitchen sink, if you will, with the Lady Indians.
And here's the thing. The way that Southern plays, they shoot a ton of threes. So it just takes one good night to knock off a team who, Madison Central team, who's had a fantastic season. Number one in the region, had the player of the year, the coach of the year, had an awesome season. But Southern's coming in, like you said, nothing to lose, no fear.
Lady Eagles and Lady Indians played each other back in mid-December. A 28-point win for Madison Central, and we knew going into that game Central was going to be a threat in the 11th region. And I still don't think this Madison Southern team has been able to put it all together when you look at their injuries. And the first-year head coach in Kent Miller, who's been around the team obviously, but this is his first year at the helm as the head coach, and he took it over after spring and after summer ball. I mean, it was right after school had started when Coach Curtis stepped down. Coach Miller took over the program. So still a lot, I think, trying to be figured out there. But anytime you've got Lacey Sandlin and Hadley French on the floor together, you have a chance to win the basketball game. And I think tonight we'll get into the keys and stuff here a little bit later, but this is going to be a big game across the region, because if Madison Central was to go down, that opens things up for everybody across the 11th region. For Madison Central, you are the favorites. A lot of pressure riding on you because this team has really been building toward this year. Strader and the Campbell twins, we've heard about them since they were in middle school. We've had middle school games for them when they played in middle school over at Clark Morris on WBON TV. They've really been building toward this year, so the pressure's all on them. Southern has no pressure, and that could be a factor tonight as well.
It really is, and I mean, we could go through the statistical likelihood of randomly drawing each other only 3 times.
Yeah,
like it's absurd, but none of that's long enough ago to where none of these players, well, maybe if they played in 8th grade, were on the squad. So this is new for them. They've not had this matchup in the first round since they've been in high school.
Yeah, and you know, you can argue, should we draw, should we seed? You could argue till you're blue in the face about all that. It's never going to change until somebody higher up makes it change. And I understand it from both sides. I understand why Model and Berea don't want to seed, and I understand why Central and Southern do. This year, I think it really is. Central would be the favorite. Southern would be the 2 seed. Berea and Model would be the 3 and 4. On the boys' side, though, we really don't know. I mean, I guess it would kind of be the same way. Central would be the 1 because they beat Southern twice, didn't play Berea and Model.
Right.
Southern did play Model and Berea and beat them both times. So it would probably be, because Model beat Berea, Central be the 1, Berea the 4, Model and Southern the 2 and the 3. And those 2 teams played twice, Southern winning rather easily both times. But I really think when you look at this tournament, this game here, the girls' game, and the boys' game tomorrow night are really going to be the 2 deciding and maybe the most intriguing games in this 44th District Tournament.
Yeah, I had the first Model Berea boys game a few weeks ago, and Model ran them off the floor at Berea. And it was just... It
wasn't even close. I mean, it was a 9-point win, but or maybe 11-point win, but the game, it was not an 11-point score. I mean, it was a 25-point blowout, and then Berea made a late run.
Yeah. They started pressing late and got a few buckets, but it was amazing to watch, but I don't think we'll see that again tomorrow. I think those 2 teams are fairly evenly matched with different strengths. Model's big. They got a bunch of tall guys, and that really hurt Berea. Berea likes to play fast, and they just couldn't get it going that game. we're up here at EKU. Floor is probably a little bigger, so I think that may benefit Berea, but I can't wait for that game tomorrow night.
Here on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament, powered by Bishop Small Engine Repair. And Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration is there when you need them. That's their slogan, there when you need us. You can schedule your free estimate at 859-200-5065 or visit KentuckyRoofworks.com. You know, we're in the day and age now where you see it all the time. There's scammers out there. There's people who will take advantage of you they'll charge you for answering the phone call.
Yep.
Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration, they are there for you. They will talk to you. They will tell you exactly what you need. They won't overcharge you, and they'll be there with you every step of the process. So be sure to reach out to them. And we're at a time now where it felt really good outside today, but we could have snow later on this week, and it's good to have somebody like Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration on your side in case of flooding or roof damage or winterizing your home or just getting your home ready for the Kentucky weather, which changes on the daily. Be sure to give them a call or like them on Facebook with Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Our coverage here tonight is also powered by Bishop Small Engine Repair on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Be sure to give them a call, or you can like them on Facebook as well. It's about that time where it's time to break out the mower and get ready for the spring mowing season. Bishop Small Engine Repair here in Richmond on North Estill Avenue has a ton of great deals available, a lot of different selections, a variety of different mowers and zero turns and all the good things that you need to take care of your lawn this spring and summer. Be sure to look ahead to the spring and summer by giving them a call as well. We'll step aside for our first commercial break. Lots more to get to here on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament, live on WBON TV.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofworks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
I love this card.
Oh, thanks.
Go Cardinals! It's here!
Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new branded debit card from EKU Athletics' premier partner, CG Bank.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
We're back at the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament. Glad to have you along here, folks. And it's the Real Estate Company pregame show. The Real Estate Company has been serving Central Kentucky for over 20 years. That's Kim Kaywood, the principal there at the Kentucky Roof Works, or at the Real Estate Company. You can visit them online at therealestatecoky.com. They've got a ton of great listings, new construction, some beautiful homes over there in the new Park View subdivision that's going up across from where the new park is going up. Be sure to look them up online at therealestatecoky.com or like the Real Estate Company on Facebook and find your next dream home. Jamie, a good time now to take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Jack Burford Chevrolet. On the Eastern Bypass, visit jackburford.com to see the latest inventory at Jack Burford Chevrolet. And Jamie, you look at the keys tonight, I think they're pretty self-evident when you look at these two teams. For Central, it's press, turn your defense into offense, and really, I think, getting your two of your big three going, whether it's Campbell, whether it's Ridderkoff, or whether it's Strader, get two of them going, and you have a chance to win maybe by 10-plus points again here tonight. For Southern, I think the keys are getting off to a good start. When you have a young team like they do, that's inexperienced in a big game like this, getting off to a good start and not falling behind 10-0, 14-2. You got to get out and maybe keep this game close early to kind of boost your confidence. That's a big key. And also handling the defensive pressure that Central will throw at you. They did not do that first meeting.
They didn't in any way whatsoever. And again, Hadley French has been out. Some other folks have been in and out, been injured. But it really wasn't a super competitive game for the reasons that you mentioned. I also think if you're Southern, Natea Strader is the Region Player of the Year. I think you got to make somebody else beat you. Now, I know Central has players that can, but I think if you're Southern, you have to make them. Somebody else has to step up, and just hope they don't.
Yeah, and you said it, Central's got players that can. You know, they've got Tiana Long and Collingsworth off the bench. We've seen Jordan Miles and Brooke Campbell have some big games as well. But it's really the three-headed monster of Campbell, Brittany Campbell, Ridderkoff, and Strader that kind of lead the way. And again, those are your Jack Burford Chevrolet keys to the game. Get the keys to your next ride at Jack Burford Chevrolet on the Eastern Bypass in Richmond. We'll step aside for another quick commercial break. When we come back in 3 minutes, we'll have the Star Watch provided by Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance. Lots more coming your way here on WBON TV and the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back into Baptist Health Arena here on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Jamie Boggs and Michael Watkins here with you on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. The Madison Central cheerleaders are getting their fans fired up for the tip-off between the Lady Indians and the Lady Eagles. And a special thanks to our sponsors for the tournament coverage tonight. Art Tactical, Journeyman Moving, AJ's Fireplaces and more, Berea Collision, and of course, Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration here on WBON TV. Madison Central and Madison Southern here facing off, and it was back in mid-December when those two teams met for the only meeting thus far this season on the girls' side, and a 28-point win, JT, but there was no Hadley French. She only played in 13 games this year and still, I think, trying to work her way back. She had a season high in their last game on Friday night when you and John were there. Had 21 points in that win over Lexington Catholic, and that's probably the best the team has looked all year long.
It was. She hit 7 threes, didn't play most of the fourth quarter, and as a team just seemed to play a little bit better. I went down and watched them play at Rockcastle. Not a game we were able to cover, but just a lot of trouble finding the open person. Just, I don't know, still filling out their team chemistry with people coming and going from injuries. But as a Friday night, it looked like they'd figure at least a few things out.
Yeah, and I think that's really been the key, is just getting everybody on the floor at the same time. You had Brianna Hensley, who's probably their best athlete. She's a good defender, young still, but she's a good defender, can play some good defense. Probably see her, if they go man-to-man, you'll probably see Hensley matched up with an Atea Strader because she's long, quick, and can maybe try to affect what Strader can do. Hadley French, though, what kind of defense will Southern play? That'll be the big question here tonight because I don't really know what kind of defense they can throw at Central that the Lady Indians haven't seen this year. And again, if you're still trying to work your way into game shape, things like that, what do you do with your defense? I mean, do you have Hadley French maybe try to guard someone that doesn't have the ball a whole lot? Do you have Sandlin, who if she gets in foul trouble, that could be a big issue. Sure. So there are a lot of question marks for Kent Miller, but Kent is a veteran coach. He's been around the game for a long time, been around this team for a long time, and although they are young, they are very, very talented, and I think this game will be one of the best games around the state tonight. Central is the favorite, obviously. When you win 21 games to start the year and only lose 2 games on the entire season, you should be the favorite in the district tournament. Southern obviously lost to them by 28 points, but this is a different Madison Southern team, and we'll see how things shape up tonight. Here on the Real Estate Company pregame show, head on over over to the realestatecoky.com and learn more about the different listings available with the Real Estate Company, serving Central Kentucky for over 20 years. JT Elliott, Michael Work, Jamie Boggs, and Michael Watkins. I've been doing games with too many people.
I've been called worse. It's okay. It's good.
Well, as long as I don't call you John, I think we're okay. As long as you don't call me John, we're probably all right.
No, we're good.
But if we look at our Star Watch tonight, and we talked about there's a lot of them for Central. There's a couple of them for Southern. But I think the stars will align for Hadley French and Lacey Sandlin for Madison Southern. And for Madison Central, it's got to be the three-headed monster of Ritter, Rakoff, Campbell, and Strader. That's your Star Watch tonight. And I think for these two teams, your stars have got to play well. For Southern, French and Sandlin have got to come out and kind of establish themselves. And for Central, the same thing, because when your stars play better, then your younger players can start to kind of ease themselves into the game and feel more comfortable.
They don't have to try to do too much.
Yeah, exactly.
They can fill in their role, whether that's 3-and-D, whether that's just facilitating. If your stars are carrying the load, you can be the best version of yourself. And especially for as young as Southern is, they really need that for their young players.
Yeah, and I think that'll kind of set the tone. If French can come out and hit an early three, if they can maybe get an easy basket out in transition, that'll make life easier for those younger players on that side. And for Central, you've got Collingsworth. Jordan Miles she got some good minutes last year, but now as a starter, I think if the three main players for Central can get off to a good start, that makes her life and Brooke Campbell's life and maybe Collingsworth and Long off the bench, makes it easier for them to settle into a rhythm as well. That's your Star Watch, brought to you by Jerry Goebel, State Farm Insurance. You can like them on Facebook to learn more about the insurance that you may not have even knew that you needed. Tip-off is less than 65 seconds away, so we'll come back for the starting lineups at the tip-off in 1 minute on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky was once again voted the #1 pre-owned automobile dealership in Madison County. Some of the reasons why include the friendliest local staff. All prices on the vehicles are clearly marked. Plus, they have a great updated website that has all the inventory listed. Cars of Kentucky has a great location. Whether you need a gas saver, a truck, SUV, Cars of Kentucky has all the best brands. Cars of Kentucky, 356 Big Hill Avenue, or give them a call at 624-CARS.
The real estate company is locally owned and with over 20 years experience. Last year, they ranked second in Madison County for overall sales. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Central Kentucky, why not choose the real estate company and their expertise of the area? Featured listings include many new constructions in Parkview at Hanger Farms here in Richmond, or this one in Stony Creek in Berea. Visit therealestatecoky.com to see a complete set of listings and find your next dream home.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
All right, now. Back here on WBON TV. I'm trying to get the audio there from the PA announcer, Keith Hardiman, who's got a voice softer than drugstore cotton. Like that. Where's the pep section for Southern starting to kind of pile in?
It's filling in a little bit, early start.
Yeah.
Usually varsity games will start till 7:30.
Well, we got this game tonight. The girls from Madison Central will be in the blue uniforms, blue shorts, the red stripe down both the jersey and the shorts, and the blue numbers, blue letters outlined, or the red numbers, red letters outlined in white. For Madison Southern, they'll be in the visiting or the home white uniforms. Orange numbers, orange letters outlined in the navy blue for the Madison Southern Eagles. High school hoops here on WBON TV. It's the 44th District Tournament. It's the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament live here as we welcome you into Baptist Health Arena. The tip-off for the Lady Eagles and the Lady Indian starters look like this. For the visitors first, Cameron Ritterikoff, Brittany Campbell, Jordan Miles, Brooke Campbell, and Natia Strader. And for Southern, Cammie Dorson, Lacey Sandlin, Brianna Hensley, Hadley French, and Emma Kate Lawson. Lacey Sandlin will tip it off with Brooke Campbell. Not a ton of size out there for either team, JT.
That's three times.
I know.
I'm going to start keeping notes.
Charge me $1 each time I say it. JT's on the call for the 56th District Tournament for us over in Estill County. Here we go. Brooke Campbell will give it up to Jordan Miles. Southern just kind of letting her have some room there as Miles drives in. Over to Campbell at the right wing, and I like this kind of defense. You've got Hensley denying Ritterikoff, Sandlin on Strader, who pulls up from three, and Brooke Campbell had the long rebound. It's tipped away, and it will go over to Madison Southern. But I like this start defensively. Kent Miller, he'll throw something kind of funky at you, and he did there on that opening possession.
Yeah, Hadley French, you asked what she would do on defense. She was guarding Brooke Campbell. Phenomenal player, but she barely takes one shot per game.
Campbell not known for her aggressiveness, that's for sure. Dorson's got it for Southern. Bounce feed to Sandlin. Lacey still face up and had it stripped away by Campbell. Lady Indians will head back this way, and there's an early turnover for Southern. Strader's got it. Thought about an open three, then takes it. Kind of hesitated. It might have been the reason she missed the shot. And Brooke Campbell, another offensive rebound. Campbell's got it over to Miles. At some point, her or Miles have got to let one fly and at least make the defense think about guarding you. Miles will shoot there. Comes off, and the rebound hauled in by Hensley. Up to Dorson. Cammie, a good young player for Coach Miller and this Lady Eagles basketball team. Hensley back to Dorson. Poked away, and Campbell tried to save it, but it will stay on that end.
Already completely disrupting Southern's offense. Not been able to get anything set up or anything going yet.
And it's kind of interesting. You look at these first two possessions. Central's up in your face defensively, and Southern, for the most part, just kind of playing denial and guarding those three key players that we talked about with Ritterikoff, Brittany Campbell, and Strader. Durson being pressured by Miles. Gets it across midcourt. Now dribbles with her right hand. Miles defends. Durson. Central with a 5-second call and finally gets it. And Kent Miller very upset with the official and actually kind of trots back down the floor with him. It was a very close call, but I think the bench for Central had a big help and a big aid in that call finally being whistled. Campbell had it poked away. She traveled with it. Man, some early game jitters, Jamie.
Yeah.
2 minutes in and not a single point. Only a couple of shots have been even gotten off.
Absolutely. And both teams, I don't know, this arena got a new look to it. A lot of them haven't played here. Good feel to it. Just a lot of buzz, a lot of nerves.
Durson struggling to get it across the timeline. Going to be close to its 10-second call. Almost was. Then lost the handle. Ball's loose. Campbell's got it. Outlet to Miles. Jordan will drive in. There's a whistle and free throws coming up for Jordan Miles. That was the third possession for Madison Southern. They've yet to get a shot off. The defense is playing big time for Central on the other end.
And it's been half court. You know, when they score, they're probably going to jump in some full court defense. So Southern's got to put something together.
Jordan Miles hits the first free throw. Her big sister Brooklyn was a all-state type player at Franklin County for so long. Went on to play at Tennessee, then at Kentucky. She's still playing college basketball, I think, at the University of Pittsburgh now.
Here we see the full court pressure.
Central with this 2-0 lead. How will the Lady Eagles handle this pressure? They come into Sandlin. Lacey up the sideline to Dorison. Cammy bounce pass inside to Emma Kate Lawson, and she missed the layup. You gotta have those. As the shot comes off, Central a chance to get it up the floor, and I think Strader's got a busted lip already. Miles drives in. She traveled with it. And Strader, yeah, she's got blood on her mouth, busted her mouth. The official hasn't seen it yet. Coach True trying to point it out, and the training staff will take a look at Natea Strader, who will come off for Madison Central.
Not an ideal start here for either team.
And I said it was her lip. It's actually, I believe, the right eye of Strader. And the training staff from Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy, one of our great sponsors, is here to check on the teams and the players during the 44th District Tournament. Durson dribbling left, now over to French. Let's see if Hadley can get going. Drives in, and we've got a whistle and a tie-up. Possession arrow will keep it on that end with Southern. The Lady Eagles have only attempted one shot 3 minutes into the game, Jamie, and that was a missed layup by Emma Kate Lawson. It's a 2-0 lead for Madison Central.
Got to find something offensively to just relieve the pressure being put on them at every position.
French defended by Brooke Campbell. Really good defender. Hadley thought about a shot. Gets it over to Hensley. Back to French near side. Hadley gets it up top to Durson. They'll reset the offense up with Miles defending on Durson. They'll bounce pass to Sandlin at the right elbow. Lacey leans in, throws up a wild shot, and somehow got that one to go. Great shot by Sandlin, and here come the Lady Indians in a 2-2 tie. Campbell bounce pass down in the short corner for Miles. He'll take it and make it. It's a 4-2 lead Madison Central, and that's a good sign for Coach Scott True, the 11th Region Coach of the Year. When you've got a player like Miles who doesn't score a ton, leading your way early on, 4 points halfway through the first quarter.
Good pass by Cammy Durson.
Lawson kicks it out to Hensley. Left wing three. It's good. And Southern takes their first lead, 5-4. Three near the 4-minute mark of the first quarter here at Baptist Health Arena.
We'll see if they stay in this triangle and two look. Or rather, it's the reverse of that. It's a two-person zone guarding three man-to-man if Miles.
Ritterikoff driving in, all poked away to Campbell. And Central, what offense do you run against this? It's such a funky-looking defense, and it forces a turnover as Miles throws it away, and Coach Scott True is ready to talk it over with his team. It's such a weird defense, Jamie. I don't even know what you call it, because when Strader was in there, they were defending 3, and as you said, now they've kind of gone to defending 2. Natia will probably check back in here during this timeout, but you can't run a man-to-man defense. There are 2 players just kind of standing in the middle, and until Brooke Campbell or Miles take a three-point shot or one of these long open 2s that they've got, Southern can just kind of stay in this defense and force somebody else to beat you.
Miles has made them pay so far, but if Southern's going to make somebody else beat them, then they're off to a good start forcing somebody else to do it. Strader's still not back in. You see her on the bench holding a pack on her mouth.
Yeah, I thought it was an eye that she might have got cut, but she's got an ice pack on her mouth right now. So we'll see how long the 11th Region Player of the Year sits. And as I said, that she makes her way back over to the scorer's table. French to Hensley. Southern on top 5-4. Sandlin hands it off to French. Hadley just having her out there, Jamie, is a big deal, because she takes so much pressure off of those young guards, and Kirk and Durson. Sandlin's got it here, driving in. Lacey turns it over. Got to take care of the basketball. Outlet to Jordan Miles. Jordan puts the layup in. She's got all 6. 6-5. Central back in front. We dip under 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Here's French over to Emma Kate Lawson. Lawson back to Sandlin. Under 3 minutes to play in a 10-second violation. They didn't even get close to midcourt.
No.
Just taking their time. Coach Kent Miller letting his girls know we got to push it up the floor, even if we do it slowly.
I'm all for passing through a press, but you have to press or pass up court.
Campbell driving in to the elbow. Lawson just kind of letting her have some room. Ridderikoff gets it. Missed the layup. Got her own rebound. Forces it back up. Missed again. Great defense by Southern. Starting to really frustrate Lady Indians of Madison Central. Dorson to Hensley on the right wing. She'll drive baseline. Working on Campbell. Ball poked away, and Southern will keep possession. Bailey Sparks. Jinx. I think both of us were waiting for the announcer to say it. Yeah, Sparks checks in for the first time this evening. As Sandlin lost it again. Another turnover for Lacey. Got to take care of the ball. As Campbell attacks the other way. Brittany's layup comes off. Campbell with the offensive rebound, and it's ripped away by Durson. She'll attack the other way on Brooke Campbell. She missed a layup. Strader able to get it. She lost the handle. Durson's got it, and she puts it in.
Bodies everywhere. Love the hustle, physical play. Both teams having trouble getting going offensively.
Back and forth action here. And the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament as Ridderikoff gets inside, able to finish. And the free throw to come for Cameron Ridderikoff, the second leading scorer. She has played in some big games in her career on this floor, dating back to when she was an 8th grader with Franklin County. Known for her shooting back then, now really a kind of do-it-all player for Coach Scott True and the Lady Indians. Ridderikoff misses the free throw. Campbell able to fight through 2 Lady Eagles and get the basketball. Brooke down inside to Brittany. Swung over up top to Strader. She'll take the deep 3 and put it in. It's a 5-0 run, a 5-point possession essentially for Central. The layup from Ridderikoff, the missed free throw, and then the 3 from Strader makes it 11-7 Lady Indians. Dorson guarded by Strader. Cammie will dribble right. Strader right there with her defensively. Over to Hensley on the right wing. Brianna in trouble.
Good cut there by Sandlin. Couldn't get it to her.
Dorson's got it back. Now to Hensley right in front of the Central bench. A deep 3 comes off in the rebound to Campbell. Poked away by Hensley. Southern with the steal. Sandlin leans in. Poked away, and a foul from behind on Tiana Long. And we'll send Lacey Sandlin to the free throw line. Sandlin this year, the top scorer, averaging over 16 points per game. But Jamie, in the first meeting between these two teams, I think, were you on the call with me that game?
Yeah, we were there.
Sandlin didn't start. They kind of had a weird starting lineup. You look back at that game and not really sure what the reasoning was there for it. But your top scorer, she was the top scorer coming into that game. It's been that way all season. But she did not start the first time these two teams played.
She's passed the 1,000-point mark and the 500-rebound mark this season. So two milestones there checked off on the Madison Southern record books as Allie Wilson comes in, gives Bailey Sparks a break.
And McKay Lawson set to re-enter as well for Southern. And she'll give Brianna Hensley a breather. Lawson, I think this has got to be a record. I can't confirm this, but making a district tournament or playing in the district tournament with her third different team.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be a record.
Yeah.
Campbell settles in for a long three, missed it, and the rebound is hauled in by Lawson.
May have gotten away with a travel there.
She started playing at Model, then transferred to Central, now in the Lady Eagles maroon, or excuse me, in Lady Eagles orange and navy. 30 seconds to play in the first quarter, 11-8. Southern down by 3, but with the basketball to close out the period potentially. Wilson drives baseline, bounce pass to Sandlin. It's a kick ball. Lady Eagles will keep possession. Been a sloppy first quarter, but you can sense now both teams starting to settle in just a bit.
Also of note, Hadley French is yet to get a shot off. I love the fact that she's not forcing it, but I think they need her to score to win this ball game.
Sandlin guarded by Campbell. Lacey will dribble near side. Drives in and basically got tackled as she drove into the body of Brittany Campbell.
We're going to do a coin flip here, so you were going to call that on?
It could have gone either way. Could have been a charge, could have been a foul on Campbell. As it is, it's going to be...
Or, I don't know if it was long or straight or somebody else. There was bodies everywhere down there.
It'll be French to inbound. They'll come in to Durison. Right back to Hadley in the corner. Back to Durison. Got to get a shot off. 4 seconds. Not sure if they see it. Durison's got to shoot it. She lets it fly and puts it in.
Good shot.
As the first quarter comes to a close, Cammie Durison dials one up from distance to tie things up at 11 as we check it out here on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration replay. Nothing but nylon to end the first. 11-11 here on WBON TV.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Welcome back into the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament, powered by Bishop Small Engine Repair. Jamie Boggs and Michael Watkins here with you on the call as the second quarter begins from here inside of Baptist Health Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Schrader driving in, leaning in, and floating it up for two is Natalia Schrader to give the Lady Indians the lead back 13-11. And Jamie, I think that three-pointer for Durison huge to end the quarter as it kind of eases the momentum and gives Southern the ball here. I mean, it is crazy out there. Bodies flying everywhere as French gets it over to Durison.
We talked about the nerves. There were no points for the first 3 minutes of the game. Both teams hit a few shots to wrap it up.
French! She'll knock one down from deep, and the free throw to come.
First shot attempt of the game.
And Jamie, that was not even a good look, really. It is for her. I say a good look. It is for her.
Well contested.
Yeah, defender right in her face, and it did not matter. French from long range, and a free throw to come.
We've got the funky inverted triangle and 2 defense by Southern. Southern having trouble getting it up the court against the full court press of Central. Just such an odd back and forth game so far.
Misses the free throw. Campbell open for 3. Brittany puts it in. Nice answer for Brittany Campbell. As the Lady Indians make it 16-14. French all the way up the floor to Wilson. Wilson picked up by Strader, and a kick ball again, this time on Campbell. Jamie, 6 turnovers there for Central. 6 turnovers each way, a ton of them there in that opening period.
Yeah.
And it was really, on one side, just kind of a funky-looking defense from Southern. I think it kind of confused Central, where on the other hand, it was just good, in-your-face, intense pressure like we see here. Another turnover for Southern. Miles gave it right back.
Good steal.
Dorison able to kind of keep her composure. Had to split 2 offensive players, poked it away, and then draws a foul.
If I'm Coach Steve Wright for the Southern boys team, I look at this defense and think, we got to try something weird tonight.
16-14, 6:35 left to play. French up the floor to Lawson. They try to work against this 3-quarter court defense. Got to get it across the timeline. Miles, another steal. Jordan on the drive, missed the layup. Long, the offensive rebound.
Sandlin could not afford another foul. Picked up one early.
Up to Long on the right wing. Central trying to settle back in offensively. Back over to Long. Tiana will try a 3. Shot it too hard. French able to grab the rebound. Strader just took it away from her and lays it in. 6:02 to play in the first half. 18-14 Central on a 5-0 run here. As French throws it over to Lawson. Bounce pass to Sandlin. Lacey gets it across the timeline and then turned it over again. Outlets it to Strader, and Natea will lay it off the glass. Timeout, Madison Southern. 5:41 to play. 9 turnovers now in the game for the Lady Eagles, and they trail by 6 on WBON TV.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
Change can be hard. We make it easy. While we haven't changed our commitment to exceeding customers' expectations since 1985, we have changed the many ways we help you manage your banking. Make the change to happier banking.
All right. Back inside of Baptist Health Arena here on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament, powered by Bishops. It's Hadley French to throw it in from Madison Southern. She'll inbound to Dorison, along with Sandlin, Lawson, and Hensley back in the game for Southern. They got to try to find a way to beat this pressure defense and take care of the basketball. Dorison's got it up the floor to Hensley. Open 3. Missed it. Lawson up high for the rebound. Emma Kate turned into a double team. And the possession arrow will keep it with the Lady Eagles. 20-14. Turnovers playing a key part in this game. We talked about it in the pregame. One of the keys for Madison Southern, take care of the basketball. They have not done that here in the first half. Lawson gets the entry pass from French. Dorison dribbling right now, between the legs dribble as she works on Brittany Campbell. Cammie crosses over. And we got a screen, a moving screen on Emma Kate Lawson. Another Madison Southern turnover. And Jamie, on one hand, if you're Madison Central, you can say, well, we have not played good and we're up by 6.
Yep.
For Southern, you could kind of say the same thing. We haven't played good and we're only down 6.
Right. It has been sloppy both ways. Southern called that timeout to arrange a new way to break the press. Central took advantage of that and changed their press.
Yep.
So
2 really good veteran coaches going at it here. The X's and O's playing a big factor in the outcome of this game. Brooke Campbell wide open, dribbles in, tries to force it inside, and the ball is loose, taken away by Sandlin. Gets it up to French.
Such a physical game.
It has been. They're letting them play, too. I like to see it. French kicks it out. They swing it over to Dorson for 3. Camby not this time. Long rebound is going to be knocked out by Hensley. It'll be Central basketball with 4:44 remaining in the first half and a 20-14 Lady Indians lead.
Strader was laying under the basket with the ball between her legs, face down, and somebody on her back, and there was no whistle. I like it that way. I'd rather it be that way than calling everything.
We got a whistle behind the play. And a foul called on Hensley, and Kent Miller can't believe the call.
Ridrikoff pushed her off right in front of Miller, but I don't think the officials saw it.
Yeah, trying to clear space. Got to be careful. I think Ridrikoff a little bit frustrated here with the defense. Lady Indians are playing on her. Miles deflected by French. Good defense there by Hadley. Miles again will inbound. Jordan comes in up top to Brooke Campbell. Brooke takes a couple of dribbles to her right, hands it off to her sister Brittany. Now it's Strader who comes to get it on the end around. Off the glass, banks it home.
Banks open.
It was 14-12. Now a 10-0 run by Madison Central to push this lead up to 8. And Southern again struggling to get it across the timeline. Another 10-second violation.
That's their third one.
And Kent Miller telling them to throw the ball up the floor. They're just kind of throwing it back and forth in the backcourt. And that's the second or third?
That's the third
one. Third 10-second violation on Madison Southern as Mia Himes will check in for the first time.
It's not a monkey in the middle press break situation.
Coach Summer Simmons, former head coach with Madison Southern, talking to the freshman Durson. Campbell on the drive. Kicks it out to her sister Brooke. Brooke drives in, dishes it over to Ridrikoff. Bounce pass down to Miles on the baseline. Miles to Strader. Natea draws Sandlin out, steps back for a 3, left it short. Miles tried to save it. Himes comes in to take it away. Mia fouled by Brooke Campbell, and that's a foul you really don't want to see, basically on the far opposite end committing a foul, with the other team going the opposite direction. Maria Himes will receive the entry pass from French.
We'll see if she helps break the press here.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Miller, you're just trying to find somebody who can do so. Instead, it's another Southern turnover. French threw it away. Strader for 3, puts it in. Timeout, Madison Southern. 30-second timeout. Central starting to show why they were the top team in the region for much of the year, on top by 11. And turnovers, we talked about it, Jamie. That was the biggest key for Southern. How can you handle this press? And so far, they have done a terrible job of first of all, getting the ball up the floor, and when they had, they just kind of given it right to Madison Central.
I would almost say that they have turned the ball over on as many possessions as they haven't. So like a 50% turnover rate. I don't know what. I mean, that's what Central does. That's part of what they do, and they're doing it really well right now.
At the end of the first quarter, it was 6 turnovers apiece, 4 made field goals apiece. So it has been a struggle here as Himes has it for Southern. Bounce pass over to French. Hadley down inside to Hensley. Hensley back to French as they work here. 3:16 to play.
Great defense there as Campbell rips it away. Up to Strader, goes in.
Good defense by Hensley not to foul. Yep, and another steal as Strader just came in and poked it away, and Cable able to track it down for Central. Brittany will drive into the paint, lay it off for Long. Now it's Jordan Miles again, left wide open, takes the three and banks it home. 28-14. Central has taken over here in the second quarter, outscoring Lady Eagles 17-3 in this quarter.
Southern opened this quarter with a three-point shot by Hadley French and haven't scored since.
Hadley's got it here on the right wing. Gives it up to Sandlin. 2:20 to play in the first half. Hines comes to get it. Maria down to Sandlin on the right elbow. Lacey circles it back out. 2:07 to play as Central sits back in a man-to-man defense. Over to French on the right wing. Hadley will work on Strader. Hadley tries to make some room. Gives it off to Hines.
Not as much ball pressure. Well, as I say that, Campbell gets a finger on it.
Yeah, Hensley drives in but missed the open layup. Ridderikoff finishes on the other end. 30-14, Central pulling away here in the second quarter.
I know Carson Herbst is coming back for Central next year, but some of these young ladies throwing touchdown passes on these fast breaks.
Hensley lost her handle, lost her footing, and turns it over again. It has gotten so sloppy here. Southern just no answer for the pressure that Central has poured on in this quarter.
Think of a football team when you're expecting an onside kick, you put your hands team in. Think they need their handles team in to try to get through this press.
They'll sit back in that zone defense here.
And you know, it's kind of working.
It has.
All the points are coming on fast breaks off of turnovers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to look at the fast break points number for Central at the half with Hugh Davis and the folks providing those for us here tonight. Miles drives in, kicks it out to Tiana Long. Her three-pointer comes off. Campbell with the offensive rebound. Bounces it out to Collingsworth. Back to Campbell. Brittany feeds it inside to Miles. Jordan inside the paint. Had it blocked by Sandlin. Lawson will bring it up the floor for Southern. Gives it over to Dorson. Cammie on the drive. Bounces off a defender. Missed the layup. And the ball poked away off of Campbell. It'll stay with Madison Southern.
That's two bunnies in a row they've missed.
I was getting ready to say, when they have gotten the looks inside, they've not knocked them down. Lawson missed one early. Sandlin missed one. They missed a couple in this quarter. And with a 16-point deficit, you got to find a way to put points on the board. French inbounds to Dorson with 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Hensley will drive, lost the handle. It'll go out of bounds, back over to Madison Central.
They lost it twice. We're fortunate enough to get it back once.
.23 seconds left to play in the half as Campbell slowly walks it up. Crosses over on Dorson. In the corner to Miles. 12 seconds to play. Miles to Strader. Natea going to work on Sandlin. Step back, three-pointer. In and out. Rebound to Campbell. Miles will put it up at the buzzer and put it in. And the first half will come to a close. What a second quarter by Madison Central as they take a 32-14 lead into the half. And Samantha Burford is down there with Coach Scott Drew. It will send it down to Samantha.
There's something special about a sit-down family meal together. At Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, we couldn't agree more. That's why we're making it easy with our 8-piece family meal at a great price. Enjoy a classic family meal without the hassle. It includes 8 mixed pieces of Famous Recipe Chicken, 2 large sides, and 4 fluffy biscuits. At Lee's, making your family's meal special is what we do best. Get a home-style meal made easy with our 8-piece family meal at a great price. Only at Lee's.
Stop by Lee's in Richmond today.
At Battlefield Tire and Auto Care, the question we hear the most is, do you do that? Yes, we do that. From fixing a flat to putting on a new set of tires on your wife's car, specializing in brakes to major engine work, electrical, air conditioning, and transmissions, yes, we do that too. We have over 80 years of mechanical experience. Plus, we know your budget doesn't always plan for the unexpected. With no credit check financing plans, you won't have to stress about keeping your car on the road. Battlefield Tire and Auto Care, 1974 Berea Road, family owned and fine-tuned.
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Near New Auto Center has been serving Berea in the same location for over 40 years. Check out the huge selection of Near New inventory online at our website, nearnewauto.com. Cars, trucks, SUVs, or minivans? Whatever you are looking for, you can find it at Near New Auto. You can also get pre-approved on the website. At Near New Auto, there's no bull. For the best deals on like new automobiles. 200 Richmond Road, North Berea. No bull, just good deals. Come see the difference. Don't buy new, buy Near New.
No salesman. Deal directly with the owner.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
I love this car.
Oh, thanks.
Go, Cardinals.
It's here. Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new branded debit card from EKU Athletics' premier partner, CG Bank.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Back inside of Baptist Health Arena on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament. And it's a sad time to be an Eagles fan right now, Jamie, as Madison Southern struggling right now to put points on the board. In that second quarter, Madison Southern, 11 turnovers, Just 5 field goal attempts in that period, and so hard to win when you give the ball up that many times. Down by 18 at the half. Game's not over, obviously, but they just could not stop the Madison Central run. Lady Indians outscore them 21-3. And I think it was 21 straight points there to end the quarter.
It was, because French opened the second quarter with a 3, and that was the only point that they got. They missed several right around the basket, but Central's doing it all with their defense. 17 turnovers forced in the first half for the game, and they are forcing them. Their pressure defense has both been physically dominating, but it's really in Southern's heads.
And for Central, you had 9 turnovers there in the first half. Not really a clean half for yourself, but you were able to, when you got it up the floor, you were able to finish against that mucked up defense by forcing those turnovers and turning those turnovers into easy points. Check out these stats. Points off turnovers, 16-5. Points in the paint, 16-2. It says 6-0 on the fast break. And I guess there were times where Southern got back defensively. A couple of second chance points there for Central as well in that first half. Just nothing going the way of Madison Southern. And again, there was no way really for them to kind of stop the bleeding there in the second quarter when things just completely spiraled out of control.
I think they came in with a really good defensive game plan, and as long as they were able to set up in the half court, they had a solid defensive performance. But when Central's running the floor, getting a turnover and shooting layups all night, it's really hard to keep up. And now you've got an 18-point deficit you're going to have to overcome, which is going to be really tough if you continue to turn the ball over.
It's here on the Nuevo Vallarta halftime show. Nuevo Vallarta with now 3 locations in Madison County. If you like the best authentic Mexican food around, there's really no better place to go than Nuevo Vallarta or Vallarta Grill over in Berea. You can find out more online at NuevoVallartaRichmond.com with 3 locations across the county to better serve you. Go by and tell them that the folks over at WBON TV sent you over for a nice little maybe chips and queso. I love the queso at Nuevo, by the way. Just had it yesterday. The perfect way to end the weekend. Nice little chips and queso and salsa over at Nuevo Vallarta.
And if you're out right now and want to drop some off here at the table, we've got another game to do.
We do.
Going to be here for a while. Going to get hungry.
I'm actually rather hungry right now.
Me too.
I've been so busy setting this stuff up and stuff that I didn't have time to eat. So if you're out and about, if you're coming to just the boys game, folks, we love some, how about a chimichanga, quesadilla? I'll take anything.
Anything.
Yeah, so go on over to Nuevo and tell them we sent you over there to grab us some food as we come into the second half. Samantha Burford about to chat with Kent Miller and get his second half thoughts as they try to figure out a way to stop this pressure defense being applied by the Lady Indians. Right now down 32-14, and we'll look at some of the individual stats following the interview with Coach Miller, but it has just been a very difficult way to go in that second quarter with 11 turnovers in the period, 17 turnovers in the first half. More turnovers than field goals, and that was the big issue. As Samantha gets ready to chat with Kent Miller, we will send it down to her, down on the baseline here with Copeland Peterson, our cameraman.
Ready to play in that first quarter, but let's talk about that second quarter. You guys really struggled a lot to handle that Madison Central press. Talk to us about what you said to your team.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to take care of the basketball a little bit better. Obviously, they scored 16 points off our turnovers, and we only scored 3 points at quarter because we just kept throwing the basketball away. And we worked on it, but you know, you get into bigger stage and stuff, and you got younger kids, and sometimes it makes it a little tougher on them. The court's a little longer, so they don't see the spacing quite right. And hopefully we made an adjustments and we can get through it the second half.
All right, tell us, what can we expect differently?
Hopefully we get the ball across the half court and knock a shot down.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. All right, well said. All right, that was well said. All right, we're going to send it back up to you guys in the press box.
Thanks, Samantha. Yeah, the first half going the way of the Lady Indians. We'll look now at some of the halftime stats provided by Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Visit PruittAuctioneers.com. If you have some estate auctions or sales that you would like to maybe put on the market, they've got live auction, online auctions available, real estate auction, and more. With over 24 years of experience in the auction industry, Pruitt & Sons LLC Auctioneers are investing their time and resources into generating buyers to bid on your auction Construction. They provide top-notch personalized service to both our selling clients and their buying customers, and they serve all over Central Kentucky. Visit PruittAuctioneers.com to learn more. Some of the halftime stats individually, nobody really lighting it up. 11 points for Jordan Miles to lead the way. Kind of a surprising stat there. Natea Strader actually leads the way. 14 points for her. She really came on in that second quarter. Strader had just 3 points after the first period, 11 points in that second quarter, and a lot of that was just her and Miles both getting out in transition and getting easy baskets at the other end.
Yeah, certainly getting out and running the floor. Strader's done a great job of not forcing it herself. Regional Player of the Year, not out here trying to score 100 points, trying to let her team win, and she really took advantage of those opportunities in the second quarter.
Got to find some way to put points on the board. If you're Southern, you're down 18. You want to try to get this to within 10 going into the fourth quarter. If you can get it to 8, 9, somewhere more than that, obviously would be ideal. But that at least you give yourself a chance going into that fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle. You score 14 in the entire half, so even you win this one 10-0. You're within 10, but holding Central without scoring is going to be a tough go at it.
That's the Nuevo Vallarta halftime show. Visit NuevoVallartaRichmond.com to find the location nearest you here in Madison County. Third quarter about to begin. It's French inbounding it to Dorson, along with Sandlin, Lawson, and Hensley on the floor. And Central coming out in the man-to-man defense. Dorson hands it left side to Hensley. Top to Lawson. Emma Kate working on Ritterikoff. Cameron over to French. Hadley down inside to Sandlin, and Lacey traveled with it. Coach Miller, man, he did not like the no call there as Sandlin hit the deck.
She did turn into a secondary defender and ended up on the ground.
Yeah, and they're letting them play. I mean, they're letting them play on both ends.
It's been consistent, absolutely.
That one might have went off of Campbell. They say off of French. It'll stay with the Lady Indians on that end. But a turnover to begin the third quarter. Not an ideal start for Madison Southern. Miles. And bounce to Brooke Campbell. Brooke threw it away. Just a sloppy turnover there. Gives it right back to Southern. See if they can... Never mind. Just getting ready to say, let's see if they can turn it into something, and instead they give it right back to Central on a kind of a lazy pass there from Lawson to French.
Of all the turnovers, that was the most unforced, I believe.
Miles will bring it up for Central. 11 points there in the first half. Nobody picks her up. Over to Campbell. Brooke drives into the lane.
Southern playing two people essentially on the blocks in a zone look, and the other three man-to-man.
Miles gets into the paint. And her jumper is good. Jordan Miles, 13 points in the game. Miles, again, not known for her scoring. On the year, Jordan averaged just 7.4 points per game. She's already at double that with a minute into the third quarter. Sadly, French fell to the floor. Dorson's got it. And a nice move by Lawson, able to put it in. You were saying?
I was just going to say Southern doing a great job of making somebody else beat them. It's just that Miles decided that she was going to be the one to do it tonight.
Lawson sneaks in for the steal. Emma Cates playing with some energy here to start the third. Dorson to Hensley. Where will the offense come for Madison Southern? A couple of steals here in the third. As French takes the three. In and out, and the rebound to Campbell. Brittany, long pass up to Ritterikoff. Over to Brooke Campbell, and Brooke will slow it down as Miles comes into the play. Over to Brittany Campbell. Open three is good. Brittany Campbell knocks down the long ball.
Another timeout for Southern. They've fallen further behind.
Yeah, they're going to call a full timeout here. 6 minutes to play in the third quarter, down by 21. We'll be right back on WBON TV.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Madison Southern will have Lacey Sandlin throw it in as they try to find some type of offensive rhythm.
Olivia Coburn finding her first minutes of the game.
I think Coach Miller just trying to find something that might work offensively. They got Sandlin here, double teamed. Lacey out to French. Hadley pump fakes, going to back her way in. Now spins into trouble and turned it over. Ritterikoff with the steal, and she got bumped a couple of times. Finally hit the deck, and the whistle came out to stop play.
Another turnover.
Yeah, Coburn picks up the personal. Just another good young player for this Madison Southern team. Campbell going to get it across the timeline in the corner straighter. Matea double team, bounce pass to Ritterikoff, swing it around Miles on the opposite corner. She'll drive in the paint, floated up, missed it. Strader had it, got it back, and it's going to be a foul on, I believe, Sandlin inside.
I think they got that on Durison.
Yep.
Great ball movement on that possession by Central.
And I think a lot of this, too, Jamie, we talked about it, it's just inexperience. I mean, it's the way, and playing together for a long time. I mean, the Campbell twins and Strader have played together basically their whole lives.
Yeah.
Ritterikoff and Miles transferred in from Franklin County, so they know each other. And this team, they've been playing together for so long where even for Southern, these girls, you know, French and Sandlin have played together for a while, and Sparks, but injuries this year, you're kind of incorporating a bunch of young players, and then they get used to playing without Hadley and Hensley, have to kind of put them back into the lineup, and it's just not worked late in the season, and it hasn't worked tonight as Strader gets to steal, and Natala will lay it all the way up at the other end. Natia Strader, 2 more for her total, and Central starting to pull away.
Lead up to 25. And another turnover there. Brooke Campbell steps up.
Yeah, Strader off the glass. 2 more points for Natea, and another timeout. Madison Southern. Central 43, Madison Southern 16. It has gotten away from the Lady Eagles here on WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
The Madison Southern Pep section looking for something to cheer for. They're ready to let loose, but right now their team not delivering on the floor. Down 43-16, 4:48 to play in this third quarter as Rhea Himes will work it up the floor. Southern just was trying to cut into the lead. Jamie, it's went the other way. It's gotten bigger. Here's Colburn with it, guarded by Tiana Long, who checked in during the timeout for Ritterikov. Himes had it knocked loose and a reach-in foul. As Miles set to throw it in. Or French had to throw it in. Hadley. Comes in to the corner. It's a pass from Sandlin. Step back three. Puts it in. 4:16 to play. They said EK lost him. It was actually a Hadley French three. Feet inside to Miles. Jordan leans away and missed it. Lawson with the rebound. Hadley. It might be time for her just to take over this game, Jamie. French guarded by Campbell. Hadley double team now gives it up to Himes. Under 4 minutes to play. 43-19. Southern still trying to battle here midway through the third. French has got it. Campbell right there on her. And we got a reach-in foul right in front of the official as Campbell takes up the personal. So French will throw it in under her own basket right in front of Copeland Peterson. Oh, Sandlin got rid of Campbell, leans in, and a blocking foul called against Central. It'll be 2 free throws coming up for Lacey Sandlin as she tries to find a rhythm offensively. 3:41 to play, and Jamie, this might be a recipe for success here. Get to the free throw line, but it might be a case of too little, too late.
That was Strader's third foul. She's going to the bench probably for the rest of this quarter. Could be a good opportunity.
Sandlin makes the first. 3:41 to play. And Lacey makes both. So 43-21. 3:41 left in this third quarter as Campbell brings it up the floor.
A little bit more of a full zone look, maybe a just extended 2-3 for the Eagles.
Here's Ritterikov. Puts up the three and puts it in. Timeout, Madison Central, 46-21. 3:19 to play in the third. We'll step aside and be right back on WBON TV.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
.319 to play in the third quarter. 46-21. Madison Southern. French finds Sandlin. Lacey kicks it out to Himes. Marias, three-point attempt. Short rebound. Hensley battling for it, able to corral it. Brenna drives in, and we've got a whistle and a foul. 2 free throws coming up for Hensley.
They've gotten it down the court 4 possessions in a row. That's a good start.
First free throw is good. Hensley able to make both. 46-22, 3:03 left to play as Ritterikov drives in the lane. Got triple teamed, kicks it back out. And French able to come in and poke it away for the steal. Hadley steps into a three. And this time it's not going to go down, but Lawson there for the offensive rebound and the putback. Southern drops right back into a 2-2-1 full court press. Central ready for it as Miles crosses over on Himes. Jordan, what a move, but couldn't finish. $1 million move, 10-cent finish. Outlet to French. Hadley can't chase it down.
To it.
Yeah, Hensley just kind of led her a bit too far, and the turnover gives it right back to Central. Southern down by 22. They've cut into it a bit here midway through the third, but they've got a bigger hill to climb as Campbell finds Collingsworth. She's a good shooter. Puts it in there.
Want to leave her open.
Skylar Collingsworth, that's what she's known for. Dead eye from long range, and puts it home. 49-24, 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Bounce pass, and it'll be Lawson picking up the foul.
I think that's the 5th team foul. Going to be free throws.
Yeah, they've had a lot of fouls here in the last couple of minutes. It'll be Lawson going to the line. Emma Kate's been very active here in this third quarter. And with 1:57 left to play in the third. Let's see if the Lady Eagles have another run in them. First free throw for Lawson. Puts it in. Second one is good. Campbell up the floor to Ritterikoff. Cameron takes the jumper and puts it in. Nice little stop and pop from Cameron Ritterikoff. 51-26. Minute 45 left to play. Himes step back two. Oh, way off. And Coach Miller about to send in Durison for her. Collingsworth here inside to Campbell. Brooke looking for an open teammate. She had one. Didn't see Ritterikoff open in the corner. Here's Campbell, and the foul on Hensley. 51-26. 1 minute 28 seconds to play in the third quarter. Madison Central building this big 25-point lead as the third quarter winds down. Ritterikoff will throw it in. Campbell to Ritterikoff. Swing it around the long. Brittany Campbell open on the right wing. Draws a double team. They kick it to Collingsworth on the left side. Now swing it back around. Campbell's got it at the top of the key. Down to the free throw line. Now Collingsworth open for three again. This time it's short, and the rebound, Lawson immediately double teamed, able to get away from the defense. And as we dip under 1 minute to play, Southern down big, down 25 here to their in-county rival in the first round of the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. French. Screen, three on the way. Puts it in. Hadley starting to feel it offensively as they work it up the floor to Tiana Long. Long pass underneath. Ritterikoff stretches out for it. Collingsworth three, able to answer. That's a big three, Jamie, to kind of just Southern feeling good for a moment, but Central right back with the three themselves.
They've had an answer for absolutely everything. Every time Southern tries to make a run.
Sandlin lost her footing, and it's a travel. Another Southern turnover gives it back to Central with 13.1 to play, and Lady Eagles going to set up their press defense here. Up the floor to Collingsworth. Schuyler plays it off for Ritterikoff. Cameron's three, puts it in. A 28-point lead as the third quarter winds down. Durison from midcourt. No, and the third period comes to a close. All Madison Central. They led by 18 after two, and after three, it's up to 28 on WBON TV.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fourth quarter about to begin here at the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament. Cameron Ridderikoff inbounds to Brittany Campbell as Central trying to push this out and get a running clock in the fourth quarter in the first round of the district tournament. Campbell, baseline drive, kick it out to Tiana Long, swung over to Collingsworth. She's hit 2 of them from long range. It'll stay at that number for now as Sandlin clears it out for Southern. Tammy Dorison across the timeline. Gives it off to French. Hadley doesn't use the screen. Instead drives in off the glass. Missed it. And Central back the other way. And you can tell, Jamie, that she's still kind of laboring on that injured leg as Long able to get inside and a chance to cap off the three-point play.
Yeah, I mean, there's of course, the injury piece, there's the conditioning piece, but I think more than anything is the trust.
The
mental piece.
Yeah, Hadley's a tough girl, and she's been so good. I mean, climbing up the leaderboard in points at Madison Southern. At one time, might have had a chance to catch Samantha Cornelson.
Yep.
Now, with this year and the injuries, probably not. But she's been so good her entire career. (60-29), 7:14 to play. French. Bounces it into, oh, beautifully does. Those two work the give and go on the pick and roll, and Central just quickly back up the other end. How about that? Less than 5 seconds. The Lady Indians up the floor with the free throws coming for Natea Strader. 24 turnovers through 3 quarters for Madison Southern, and you're not going to beat anybody with those type of numbers.
On the other hand, if you're Central, if you force 24 turnovers, you're going to win a lot of games.
Strader makes both. 31-point Lady Indians lead, 62-31. We dip under 7 minutes to play in the fourth. Eagles work it up the floor. Tough shot comes off. Sandlin with the offensive rebound and able to put it back in. Campbell dribbles right, lays it off for Ridderikoff. Now on the left wing, it's Strader. Natea working on the defense. Gets into the lane, spins away. A beautiful pass, and Tiana Long right there for the deuce. Assist Natea Strader, the 11th Region Player of the Year, and making it look easy on that trip up the floor. And Central on top 64-33. Hadley, it's a screen, or didn't use it on Ridderikoff. Steps back, misses the long two. It might have been a three-point attempt. Campbell back up the floor for Central. Long pass to Collingsworth in the deep left corner. She'll attack and had it blocked by Lawson. Lawson injured on the play. As the Lady Indians will have Campbell throw it in. Sparks back into the game for Lawson. Campbell will throw it in. Comes in to Ridderikoff. Now Collingsworth. Schuyler to Tiana Long on the right corner. Long left wide open, tried to force it into Strader. Natea got pushed to the ground, 2 defenders there, and there will be an inbounds coming up for Central.
I'll give this to both teams. This has been an incredibly physical game.
Yeah.
Bodies on the floor, people bleeding. It has not gotten chippy a single time.
No, that's true. That's
Great
true.
sportsmanship by both teams.
You're going
Play
to
hard,
feel
play
it
physical.
tomorrow after you've played in this game.
Oh, yeah.
They come in to Long on the right wing. Tiana gives it up to Brooke Campbell. Coach True telling him to reset the offense as Campbell bounces it up top to Strader. Natea steps back for a long 3. Left it short. Rebound tracked down by Brittany Campbell in the right corner. She'll work her way into the lane. Now dish it out to Long. Tiana finds a crease. Drives in. Missed the layup. Strader the rebound. Had it poked away. Good defense by Durison. Cammy up the floor working on the defense of Brittany Campbell. Lost the handle. Kicks it out to Sandlin. Lacey puts her dribble down and almost turned it over. French has got it on the left wing. Deep 3 for Hadley. Too hard this time. Rebound. Pushed out of bounds. It'll be Madison Central basketball. Allie Wilson and Campbell were both chasing after it.
Allie Wilson, another freshman, been very impressed with this year. Does a lot defensively. Finishes well underneath the basket.
Campbell circling around. Brooke gives it to Brittany. Central just working this clock. 4:47 left to play. Miles in the left corner. They're going to just be content with letting her hold on to it. And down by 31 points. She might want to come out and defend. Yeah, Coach Miller getting out on the floor, telling his defender to get out and guard her. Miles drives all the way up and draws the foul.
Normally, I'm not a fan of taking the air out of the basketball. I think it gets you out of your rhythm, but the way this game has gone with 31-point lead and 4 minutes to go, I think it's safe to kill a little clock.
Well, and to that point, too, when you're given 15 feet from your defender,
yeah.
Why not just hold on to it and make them come out and guard you?
Why not?
Maria Himes set to re-enter as Sparks heads back to the bench. Miles, free throw good, 66-33, 4.5 to play. Durison. Guarded by Miles. Good defense by Jordan. They go to the elbow to Sandler. Lacey faces up. Spins away, missed it, and it'll be poked away off of Brittany Campbell. Campbell almost got teed up, it looked like. That official, and he is going to tee her up. Brittany Campbell called for a technical foul.
Obviously, we can't hear what she's saying at that point.
Yeah, the official looked at her, put his whistle in his mouth, and then dropped it. And then Campbell, I don't know if she said something else that drew the tee, but...
Yeah, just arguing she didn't touch the ball before it went out of bounds.
And I can tell you this from experience, that guy loves calling technical fouls. I coached 1 year of middle school basketball over in Estill County. That guy right there teed me up 2 times.
How many times total did you get teed up, though?
I coached for 1 year, 4 technical fouls,
okay.
2 of them from
and
that
he was
guy.
half of them, all right.
We got some history, as you might say. 4:09 left in the fourth. It'll be Hadley French to throw it in. The other 2 came from the guy that's bringing us the stats tonight.
All right.
So. Sandlin with it up top for Southern. They're taking their time. French gets it over to Himes. To Sandlin. Lacey gives it back to Himes. 3:42 to play. Southern taking the air out of it now. Over to French on the left wing. Hadley picked up by Tiana Long. French spins into the lane, and we've got a whistle and a foul on that far side. French for three. Missed it. Himes with the rebound, and the ball comes out, but a whistle and a foul.
Going to stay here, not in the bonus yet.
Jumper comes off, and here we come back the other way with Strader in a hurry. Matea slows it down, dribbles into the lane, forces up the shot, and she'll go to the free throw line with 3:12 left to play.
Lily Kirk making her way to the scorer's table for Southern. Morgan Flannery, Olivia Coburn. Central bringing in a couple subs as well. Abby King coming in from the shooter. You can't see a number on the others. Caroline Kaufman.
Yeah. Coach True getting some of his youngsters out there now. With 3:12 to play and a 32-point lead, make it a 33-point lead as King will check in for Strader.
It's Kaya Mara Matusi who came in. Number 10.
Long and Miles remaining in the game with the three youngsters. We will near the 3-minute mark here in the fourth quarter with Central advancing to the Friday night district championship game. They'll play the winner of Model and Berea. Both teams advancing to the 11th region tournament, but you got to make it to Friday first, and Central well on their way to doing that.
Flannery with the hoop and the harm. Kinley Grant in for Southern.
Yeah, some more youngsters getting some minutes. I've got number 25. That's Kinsley Collingsworth in for Central, along with Bailey and Murphy. King lost the handle, turned over. It'll be Madison Southern basketball. 68-38, 2:50 remaining in this fourth quarter. Good drive, shot won't go. Matuse battling for the rebound.
It's going to stay here with the jump ball.
Kirk tried to inbound it, and it's turned over back to Central. Collingsworth will throw it in, trying to get it into King. Goes up the floor to Murphy, up the right sideline, and Murphy traveled with it. Has to be expected. First time on the college floor.
Oh, yeah.
Jitters for these young players getting in the game. We see more youngsters getting the chance to play on the floor. Wilson and the dribble left to Kirk. Collingsworth defending. 2.5 to play. And Jamie, that Model Berea game they played earlier this year as well, with Berea winning. So if Berea was to win tomorrow, they would play Central Friday night. Central had a huge blowout win against Berea back in January. So, and Central's obviously, listen, they're the favorite in the district for a reason. They had the 11th Region Player of the Year, 11th Region Coach of the Year. They were so good this season. No surprise to see them, I think, be the favorite, but the way they handled this game, especially that second quarter, where they kind of just showed you why they were so good all season long. I think that's a testament to this team and how good they've been.
And Southern came out with a good game plan.
Yeah.
They punched back in that first quarter, but Central was able to maintain their composure, play their game, and be who they were to a huge victory.
Well, when you're Kent Miller, and again, you know you're the underdog going in. You can throw the kitchen sink at them, pull out all the stops as Wilson gets in for a three-point play opportunity. There's really, no expectations for your team coming in. You're the underdog. Why not just try something that might work? And it did on one end, but you got to execute on the other end as well. And once things started to kind of, snowball effect type thing, there was nothing you could do to kind of stop that run that Central put on in that second quarter.
It really got out of hand quickly, and Southern really, they played better in the third quarter, but it still just wasn't enough.
Minute 38 left. The Central kind of works on this clock with a big 27-point lead. Kings got it defended by Colburn. Don't forget, stick around for the nightcap game number 2 of our doubleheader between the Indians and the Eagles, the boys' side. No case in Nabi for Madison Southern. Madison Central, losers of 6 of their last 11, I believe. So something's got to change tonight in that boys' game. Kirk drives in, kicks it out to Wilson. We'll dip under a minute to play on this possession. Lady Eagles down 68-41. Drive in, ball tipped away, and it will stay with the Lady Eagles on this end. Kirk inbound. Nice little pump fake, and the shot won't go. Ball tipped around. Good offensive rebound. Southern's got another chance here. 47 seconds left. Following the conclusion of this game, we'll wrap things up, step aside, and get us ready for the boys' game. It's supposed to tip off at 7:45. I'd say it'll be closer to 7:55-ish, closer to 8 o'clock before that one gets underway. Southern still with the press on as Coppin works it up the floor. 20 seconds to play and another Central turnover.
We saw a lot of freshmen for Southern playing throughout the game and playing well. And these young ladies coming in, and they look, the depth of the youth of this team is phenomenal.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the focal point for Southern, where Central kind of built toward this season. Southern, even though before the French injury, there was a lot of expectations for them as Kirk knocks down the 3. This Southern team really building toward next year themselves with all these players coming back. 6.1 left to play in the fourth quarter. Coach Kent Miller calls off the press, and Central can dribble this one out. Lady Indians, dominance once again. They outscored their opponents by 480 points this year. Now over 500 with a 22-point win here over Madison Southern. 68-46, your final score. We'll step aside for a 3-minute commercial break. We'll come back and wrap things up from Baptist Health Arena for game number 1 and get you set for game 2 between the boys teams, Madison Central and Madison Southern. Back in 3 minutes on WBON TV.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky was once again voted the #1 pre-owned automobile dealership in Madison County. Some of the reasons why include the friendliest local staff. All prices on the vehicles are clearly marked. Plus, they have a great updated website that has all the inventory listed. Cars of Kentucky has a great location. Whether you need a gas saver, a truck, SUV, Cars of Kentucky has all the best brands. Cars of Kentucky, 356 Big Hill Avenue, or give them a call at 624-CARS.
The real estate company is locally owned and with over 20 years experience. Last year, they ranked second in Madison County for overall sales. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Central Kentucky, why not choose the real estate company and their expertise of the area? Featured listings include many new constructions in Parkview at Hanger Farms here in Richmond, or this one in Stony Creek in Berea. Visit therealestatecoky.com to see a complete set of listings and find your next dream home.
Back into the Baptist Health Arena. We'll quickly wrap things up here on the Chenault Vineyards post-game show. Chenault Vineyards has become really the go-to destination for friends and families to get out here in Richmond and Madison County and enjoy some great views, some great food, and some great entertainment at Chenault Vineyards here in Richmond. And Jamie, just a dominant performance for Madison Central. After being tied 11-11 after the first quarter, Central goes on a tear in that second quarter and never looks back as they go on to win 68-46. Turnovers are huge region-wide. 25 turnovers forced. They had 24 after three quarters. Kind of took their foot off the gas in that fourth quarter. And points off turnovers, almost half of the Central points coming off turnovers tonight, 30-13. That's the biggest difference in the game.
And that's your deficit right there. Defensively, Southern had a very good game plan coming in. They were doing well defending in the half court, but then Central applied the pressure and started getting turnovers themselves and running with it. And it's hard to adjust after that. They never looked back.
Atea Strader, 24 points to lead the way for Central. She was 6 of 6 at the line, 8 of 15 from the field. Lady Indians, I would say Coach True would say that his team didn't play a perfect game, but they did what they needed to do to take care of business here and get ready for a district championship on Friday night, where they'll face the winner of Berea and Model tomorrow. That game will be a big test for both of those two teams, but it doesn't matter. Whoever plays Central on Friday night has a tough road ahead of them.
They really do. Such a solid team. You mentioned Strader's 24 points. It was a bit. Can you have a quiet 24 points? Most of it was fast break layups, and she was not forcing anything. They had a little bit of nerves early on as well. They had, I think, 6 turnovers in the first quarter. Definitely got better at that and slowed it down. So maybe they've got all their postseason nerves out of the way. They can just focus on moving forward.
The Indians with a big win, and they now advance to the district championship game on Friday night. Now, who will do so in the boys' game? Central and Southern, the tip-off, a little over 15 minutes away. We'll step aside for another 3-minute commercial break. Come back and get you set for coverage of that one here on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament on WBON TV.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Ace's Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay. When Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond, call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
Change can be hard. We make it easy. While we haven't changed our commitment to exceeding customers' expectations since 1985, we have changed the many ways we help you manage your banking. Make the change to happier banking.
All right. There's something special about a sit-down family meal together. At Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, we couldn't agree more. That's why we're making it easy with our 8-piece family meal at a great price. Enjoy a classic family meal without the hassle. It includes 8 mixed pieces of Famous Recipe Chicken, 2 large sides, and 4 fluffy biscuits. At Lee's, making your family's meal special is what we do best. Get a home-style meal made easy with our 8-piece family meal at a great price. Only at Lee's.
Stop by Lee's in Richmond today.
At Battlefield Tire and Auto Care, the question we hear the most is, do you do that? Yes, we do that. From fixing a flat to putting on a new set of tires on your wife's car, specializing in brakes to major engine work, electrical, air conditioning, and transmissions, yes, we do that too. We have over 80 years of mechanical experience. Plus, we know your budget doesn't always plan for the unexpected. With no credit check financing plans, you won't have to stress about keeping your car on the road. Battlefield Tire and Auto Care, 1974 Berea Road, family owned and fine-tuned.
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Near New Auto Center has been serving Berea in the same location for over 40 years. Check out the huge selection of Near New inventory online at our website, nearnewauto.com. Cars, trucks, SUVs, or minivans? Whatever you are looking for, you can find it at Near New Auto. You can also get pre-approved on the website. At Near New Auto, there's no bull. For the best deals on like new automobiles. 200 Richmond Road, North Berea. No bull, just good deals. Come see the difference. Don't buy new, buy Near New.
No salesman. Deal directly with the owner.
Welcome inside Baptist Health Arena for game number 2 as we feature the Madison Central Indians and the Madison Southern Eagles. Jimmy Boggs, Michael Watkins back here with you on the Real Estate Company pregame show. Visit therealestatecoky.com to see a complete list of listings right now. Several new construction homes going up in the Park View subdivision being built there across from the new park off of Tate's Creek Road. Also, plenty of options to choose from on homes across central Kentucky. For over 20 years, families have been trusting the expertise of the Real Estate Company here in central Kentucky. Again, for a complete list of listings, check them out online at therealestatecoky.com. Jamie, disappointing effort there. Not effort, but a disappointing outcome there, I think, for Madison Southern, because the way that game got away from them in the second quarter, very difficult to come back from, and we saw that in the third and fourth quarter. They just got down too much, could not come back in the game. Now we flip our attention over to the boys' side of things, Madison Central and Madison Southern. And the glaring void in this game is Kason Nobby, who scored 57 points combined in 2 meetings with Central, where really the Indians just outlasted Southern in both of those games, winning by 12 points on December 20th, I believe, and then on the 29th, winning by 4 points, a combined 16 points in those 2 wins for the Indians. But with no Nobby, it's a big question mark for the Eagles, who don't really have the firepower now to maybe keep this game at an offensive battle. They got to find a way to kind of muck it up like the girls did early on to have a chance tonight.
As a general rule, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row at anything, and I think that's what Southern kind of had going for them coming into this. But you're right, Kasanabi goes down on senior night. He was out there earlier on crutches. Unless he pulls a Willis Reed and just comes out in the locker room ready
that
to go.
That would get them fired up and emotionally ready.
But you're right. I think I like the phrase mucking it up, of changing the game, getting Central out of their flow. And they play very similar to the way the girls play. They will lock you down on defense, make you pay in transition, but they got a ton of weapons on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, and I think very similar to the girls' game as well, inexperience and youth could be a factor in this game. Now, Central's got some young players. Well, they have basically just got one senior. Cody Morrison is really the only guy they lose after this season. You got guys like Luke Asher, and you got Goatley. You look at the Pruitt or the Herb. They got a lot of young guys. I don't know why I'm stumbling over my words.
Cam Steele.
Steele, that was the name I was thinking of. Cam Steele.
Joe Powers.
They've got a lot of young guys, but all those young guys had to kind of play last year in some key moments. So they're used to that now, and a full season under their belt where they kind of took their lumps last year. They've become a much better team this season. So we'll see how things shape up for them tonight. But for Southern, you talked about Adams having a big game on Saturday, and a game they added late in the season against East Jessamine. But where will the offense come? Michael Whitaker was huge in that last game back in late January. I think he had 26, 27 points. So they need that from him. They need a Herculean effort from somebody. I was looking forward to a Nobby-Jake Feldhouse duel. I thought we could see both guys go for 40 plus. Now no Nobby means Southern has to find a different way to win. And it's long been said that the three-point line and the three-point shot is the ultimate equalizer. It can give teams a chance. If you go out there and knock down some three-pointers, that can really make things and keep it tight. But for Southern, do they have enough firepower? That'll be the biggest question.
Right. Somebody's going to have to catch fire. Michael Whitaker's done it several times this season. Like you mentioned, Zach Adams went 8 for 11 from 3 on Saturday. I'm looking at Landon Adams, Mason Davis. Everybody out there can shoot, but can they hit consistently enough to keep up? Because Southern can shoot, or Central can shoot as well, and can score in transition. Also going to be looking at how well they take care of the ball. Kaysen was the guy that settled everything down. Is Tucker Nobby, little brother, going to be able to put on a big brother cape and go with it?
Speaking of the two right there, they are in your shot right now. A good look at Kaysen and Tucker, and you got to feel for this kid. I mean, finally gets the chance. And again, you had Jay Rose and the Hudson twins.
Yep.
Rightfully so. They were so good for so long in a Madison Southern uniform. You finally have a chance to be the guy, and this was going to be his stage.
Yep.
To have it taken away from him, you've got to feel for Casey-Navi, who is a great kid. He's humble. He's quiet. Now, he'll talk some trash out there on the floor with you, but off the court, he's a great kid. He's humble. He's a great basketball player. You got to feel for him not being able to have the opportunity to go out there and show what he could do on the big stage. But Southern will still put the uniform on. They'll still lace them up, and they'll still take on the Indians. Tip-off is 4 minutes away here on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament on WBON TV.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofworks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service and a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
I love this car.
Oh, thanks.
Go Cardinals! It's in here!
Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new branded debit card from EKU Athletics' premier partner, CG Bank.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Back here on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration, residential and commercial roofing solutions in Kentucky. Visit KentuckyRoofworks.com and see why people choose Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration. Charon's Parent Roofing Solutions. We also want to say a special thanks to our great sponsors like Arc Tactical, Journeyman Moving, AJ's Fireplaces and More, and Berea Collision. Special thanks to those great sponsors as well. With our coverage here on WBON TV, we'll have the starters coming your way here in just a moment. But man, what a night it has been here from the 44th District Tournament. Already one game under our belt. Lady Indians, a blowout victory over the Lady Eagles. And now it's the boys' turn to take center stage on the court at Baptist Elk Arena. Southern will be the home team. Central, the visiting team by virtue of the draw. Tim, what's your opinion on the draw?
Oh, I'm very anti-draw. I'm very. I realize the size difference of the schools. I come from Harlan County, where there were, when I was in high school, there were 3 1A schools and then a 4A school, and we all played in the same district, and I get all that, but I think there has to be, the regular season games need to mean something, and you need to play your district's opponents, and we just don't get that now, and I miss it.
Well, here's the thing, too, that's kind of crazy to me. There's only one other district in the state that doesn't seed. They actually go by, they do seed, they don't draw. They go by the Cantrell ratings.
Okay.
So the highest rated Cantrell team gets the 1 seed, okay, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the state seeds by playing each other.
Right.
So there's only 2 districts that don't do it that way. Nationwide, us and Delaware are the only 2 states who don't have classes for basketball.
Yes.
That would solve everybody's problem.
It really would. And John and I were talking about that the other night, that makes all the sense in the world. Now, I also realized, just looking at Berea's football schedule, you're going to have to travel in district to play other single-A schools, but, that's,
and I think that's the reason against it, but everybody else does it.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't go to 6 schools, maybe you go to 3. Maybe you go to 1A to 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, so combine them like that. There's got to be some solution that makes everybody happy, because right now everybody is not happy.
Right. Nobody's happy, I don't think, right now. You mentioned not a big size difference for the girls' game. Both teams about the same height. Besides Dunaway out there, really big discrepancy for everybody else on Southern side.
Yeah, for Central, your starters are Feldhouse, Asher, Richardson, Morrison, and Steele. And for Southern, you've got Dunaway, Whitaker, Adams, Nobby, and Davis. Central in the red visiting uniform, Southern in the home white. Richardson's got it. And the Eagles come out in kind of a matchup defense with Richardson taking the first shot and knocking down the 3.
And here's their full court pressure. Looks like they're just going man-to-man, maybe a little easier to manage and get it up court. It looks like Whitaker is going to be handling the point guard responsibilities for the Eagles.
Whitaker's double teamed. Finds Dunaway. Swing it in the corner to Adams, who was hot on Saturday from long range. Nobby on the drive. And Tucker, in honor of Big Bro, able to knock down the layup. And a good start. Both teams knocking down their first field goal opportunity. Richardson inside to Asher. Feet inside. Feldhouse got him a haircut. As the foul inside on Davis. Feldhouse just, he's a big kid. He's stronger than he looks, and he looks strong.
Yeah.
Jake, 6'7", can really do it all out there on the floor. A great athlete. We've seen him get up for some alley-oop dunks as Steele will inbound for Central. Comes into Asher, who just came back in that loss to Covcath. On the final night of the regular season, Morrison to Asher. Luke leans in, off the glass, showing no signs of that injury. As he's able to get up and finish strong. Nobby quickly attacking the other way. Here's Dunaway. He'll drive it in. Throws up a wild shot and then a charge.
Hit the ground hard.
Yeah, Dunaway and Asher both did. That one looked rough. Gates, can we see a replay on that? Is that doable for us? Yeah, both bodies hitting the deck there on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration replay.
I couldn't tell if Asher had his feet set, but I think just the sheer force of the collision dictated that being an offensive foul. Southern with a little full court pressure.
Yeah, Dunaway still wincing in pain as he stands in the paint defensively. Here's Steele, picked up by Adams. He'll dribble left side to Morrison. Central a 5-2 lead as Asher feeds inside to Feldhouse. Jake fouled by Whitaker, and there'll be 2 free throws coming up for Feldhouse. That's one thing I think that's been the most impressive thing for this young man, is how he is able to get to the free throw line so consistently.
Absolutely, and you see what happened there. Dunaway had to come up on Asher, and that left Whitaker and Davis down there on Feldhouse, and that's a foul on each of them, which they don't need.
Central just 4-7 in their last 11 games. Really struggled down the stretch. The injury to Luke Asher, a big part of that, but you know, Coach Feldhouse always has his team ready to play come postseason time.
Nearly stolen there by Steele. Good job by Whitaker to get it back.
Micah, step back. And able to put it in. They're going to need a big night from that young man.
Big collision there on the screen that Davis set on Richardson.
Feldhouse tried to slam it home on the missed three from Asher. Coach Wright wanted a goaltend as the Eagles work it up the floor down by 3 under 6 minutes to play. Whitaker picked up by Feldhouse. Bounce pass to Davis.
They're double teaming on screens there. Southern's got to find a way to get it out of the guard's hands a little faster.
This young man right here, a lot of pressure weighing on him. His big brother not able to play tonight, and Nobby scored the first basket of the game for Southern. He's back with it on the left wing. Screen by Dunaway.
There's a double team.
Finds Whitaker in the deep left corner. Swinging around Davis on the right side. Spins into the lane. In trouble. Kicks it back to Whitaker. His three is good. My ball game. 5 straight points to knot us up at 7. Richardson with it for Central. He feeded it into Asher. Asher bumped by Davis. Kicks it out. Richardson three-pointer on the way. Count and a foul.
Got to give him room to land there. Davis not happy with the call.
That's his second foul.
Richardson 2 for 2 from deep. Now we're going to have our first substitution. Freshman Derek Helton coming in. Has a little bit more size, a little more height than Davis does, I believe.
That one good as well. 4:59 to play. So the 4-point play converted by Richardson. He's got 7. Whitaker 5 for Southern. It's 11-7 Central out in front.
It's like we may see a little bit more of a zone press look here.
Whitaker to Adams. They'll break the double team, get it over to Nobby. Tucker looking inside the Dunaway. They'll feed it to him as he works on Feldhouse. Spins into the lane, now picks up his dribble. Back to Adams. In trouble. Ball comes loose. Adams able to get it back. We've got a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it on the end of the Eagles. 11-7. 4:34 to play in this opening 8 minutes of play inside of Baptist Health Arena. Good hustle by both teams there in the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration replay. Here's Nobby.
There's that double team.
Dunaway leans in. Had a chance for a 3-point play as he will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. A chance to try to cut into this 4-point deficit.
That's exactly what they're going to have to do against that double team, is get rid of it quickly and catch Central leaving open a shooter or Dunaway taking it in and finish.
Free throw no good for Dunaway. Sophomore had a great season for Coach Steve Wright. On the year, Dunaway with 6.2 points per game and 5.4 rebounds. Makes 1 of 2 at the line. As the Indians bring it up the floor, 4:25 to play. Asher feeds it to Feldhouse. Morrison leans in for the easy deuce. It's 13-8 Madison Central.
Great ball control or body control there by Morrison to hang on to that.
Cody, a great athlete. One of those guys who was an outstanding football player. Adams from deep. Puts it in. The lefty. Able to knock down the long ball. And it's 13-11. Southern hanging around here in the first quarter. Playing some good basketball as Steele floats it up. Missed it. Feldhouse to rebound. Morrison 3. Won't go down, and the ball tipped right into the hands of Feldhouse, and he's traveled with it. Jake tried to plant his feet, turns it over. Back to Madison Southern.
Talked about how physical the girls' game was earlier. I think this is going that same direction. That one didn't get chippy. I don't think we'll be as lucky this time.
Whitaker on the drive, lays it off into the corner. Back to Adams. Hit a big three a moment ago. Give it to Whitaker up top. Richardson defends here. Micah, step back, three. Oh my! Micah Whitaker is feeling it early on.
I think that's what the kids say, being in your bag. Great shot there by Micah.
Knocks down the three. 14-13 Southern with the edge. Ball stripped away. Nobby diving after it. The Eagles get possession on the Central turnover. 2:53 to play. Nobby crossing over, getting in the lane, and a foul. Kind of a late whistle as Nobby forced his way in there and will have 2 free throws as a result of it.
I think that's another one of those. He hit the ground so hard that you had to call something. And that was a case in Nobby drive if I've ever seen one.
First free throw for the little brother is good.
Goatley in for steal.
Nobby averaged just shy of 6 points per game on the season as Michael Whitaker carrying his team here in the first quarter. Nobby makes both 16-13, 2:49 remaining. Goatley will handle the point guard duties for Central with Steele on the bench at the moment. Goatley, a great shooter, lobs it up to Feldhouse and immediately comes in and turns it over. Jake can get up, but not that high. As
if they connect on that, though, this place erupts, and that's a game-changing momentum play.
Nobby to Adams. Southern's boys handling the press a lot better than the girls did in that first game. Adams floats it up. Feldhouse with the block. Adams got it back. Lays it off for Dunaway. Has to go track it down. It's ripped away by Morrison. Goatley the other way. Goatley attacks. Lays it off for Feldhouse. And he's able to lay it in softly. 16-15.
They cannot afford for Whitaker to get a second foul. So that was a great play there by him.
Central.
Good job by Zach.
As they sit back in this defense, Southern doing a great job against the pressure again as Whitaker takes a deep three, comes off, offensive rebound. Eagles go right back to work, and there's a travel. As Derek Helton turns it over for the Eagles, and we get a look at Joe Powers checking in along with Lawson for the Indians. So some more length and size coming in for Coach Feldhouse.
As if he didn't have enough already.
Yeah. You got Cody Morrison in there with Jake Feldhouse and the three subs. Powers, Goatley, and Lawson. Lawson was the backup tight end for the football team. Feldhouse, pump fakes, drives. Man, they are hitting him hard. And Feldhouse will go to the free throw line once again. Jake, so strong and so athletic. Reminds me of a young Jamie Boggs back in the day at Berea College.
I used to be much taller, Michael. The haircut makes me look 5'9". And here comes some more off the Southern bench. Cam Adams coming in and Colin Sebastian. And that's the thing. If you're going to hammer Feldhouse every time he comes to the paint, how many fouls you got to give?
You got to use them all.
We already got Davis with 2. I think he's the only one in trouble.
Yeah, you got Colin Sebastian in there along with Camden Adams, as you said, the freshman. Free throw, no good. Feldhouse goes up to get his own rebound, but then it's turned over by Goatley. Southern will slow it down for the moment. We're tied at 16, 90 seconds to play in the first quarter. Whitaker works on Powers, crosses over, gets in the lane, and had it blocked away by Feldhouse. And it'll stay with Southern as Jake gets his second block of the opening 8 minutes.
And that was a nasty one there. Whitaker looks to be a little shaken up.
Adams trying to break free from Goatley. He'll handle the point guard duties for the moment as they reset the offense.
Here comes the double team. Oh,
Adams doesn't use it. Instead, kicks it out to Helton. Deep in the corner. Helton threw it away. Morrison with the steal. He'll lay it up. Missed the layup. Powers there to back it up. Great effort by Joe Powers to come in. And that's called not giving up on the play. Great effort there. And the layup makes it 18-16.
It's so easy on a fast break like that to just assume your teammate is going to finish it. That was a great job by Joseph Powers to follow up with that as Richardson's back in for Morrison.
Yeah, Coach Feldhouse brings out his lone senior to just hype him up a bit. Can't have those mistakes where you miss an open layup like that. Whitaker's got it for Southern. Micah in trouble, and they call a timeout with 51 seconds to play. We will step aside for a 30-second commercial break on WBON TV.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Back here on the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament, live on WBON TV and streaming on all the WBON TV platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, website, anywhere you can find us. We thank you for tuning us in. Also tonight on 106.7 The Pinnacle, where the Eagles and the Indians locked up in a tight one in the first round of the 44th District Tournament. First time since 2020. These two teams meeting in the first round. Third time in 18 years. As Helton gets it over to Whitaker. Helton kicks it in. Reverse layup is put up and in as Helton ties us up at 18. Here's Feldhouse on the drive. Man, just bulldozing his way in.
No whistle on that one. I think they still tried to hack him there.
Adams double teamed over to Helton. Fed down in to Sebastian. Or Adams, excuse me. And he missed the layup. And Powers will try a three-quarter court shot. It won't go down. And at the end of one, Madison Southern down by 2. It's a Central 20-18 lead as we go to the second quarter from Baptist Health Arena on WBON TV.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Madison Southern, the Eagles, down by 2 as the second quarter begins.
And here it is, Michael. We saw Southern's girls team put up a great first quarter, went into the break tied, and then the second quarter was dominated by Central. What are we going to see here from the Eagles in the second quarter?
Richardson.
Can they hang tight?
Feeds it down to Lawson, and a turnover on the opening possession. Nabi will slow things down for the Eagles as the three starters have to check back in the next dead ball for Madison Central. Asher, Morrison, and Steele will re-enter. They feed it over to Whitaker. Micah, a screen from Adams, picked up his dribble, now in trouble. Got to find the teammates. Got one as Helton comes to relieve the pressure. 7:13 to play, just turned away in the second quarter. Whitaker Now draws the match up with Feldhaus. Micah going to go behind the back. Head fake. Drive in. Spinning away. Floats it up. Missed it. Great defense by Feldhaus. Never really bit on the fake. And forced a tough shot up. Here's Richardson. Over to Goatley. Drives in. Had it poked away. Got it back. Gets it out to Feldhaus for the 3. And puts it in.
First shot for him from the outside, and it doesn't even touch the rim.
Feldhaus up to 10 points now. First one to reach double digits for the Indians, and Goatley steals it on the other end. Goatley, bounce pass to Richardson, able to track it down. Feldhaus open, 4-3.
Little hesitation there probably cost him.
Missed it this time. Good job by Hilton to kind of force the hesitation on a good closeout. Michael Whitaker, bounce pass to Adams, gets it back, gets it into the corner to Hilton. He'll find his way in for a long 2. Comes off. Goatley able to clear it out. Outlet to Feldhaus. Jake had it poked away. That might have been off the foot of Feldhaus.
Really good job by Nobby there to get back and run through and strip the ball.
Yeah, that steal. All right, that looked like it was going to be off of Feldhaus and Central, but it'll stay with Southern.
Again, that's preventing not only a bucket, but a huge momentum play if he's able to dunk it.
Richardson again, knocking down the 3 and drawing the foul. Another mistake as the Eagles put Richardson back on the line.
And he's up to 10 now as well, and Southern, just like we saw in the girls' game, starting to crumble a little and fall further behind.
Free throw good for Richardson. 6:02 to play. It's a 27-18 lead for the Indians, and this is kind of where things went sideways for the girls, Jamie, in that first game. As Whitaker checks back in, and Sebastian will head over to the bench. Eagles come in to Adams. They've got to find some offense here. Try to cut into this 9-point deficit. Adams, bounce pass over to Nobby. Got to take care of the basketball. Nobby pressured by Steele. Lost the handle again. In trouble. Stolen by Steele. Nobby tried to throw it off his foot. Steele to Asher. Luke drives in.
That's the right call.
Yeah, offensive foul.
Whitaker was planted. Southern's got to find a way off the double team on the screen there to catch Central out of position on a rotation for an open shot. Right now they're just trying to survive off of it, not have a turnover. You got to capitalize on that because somebody's got to be open.
So Whitaker will throw it in. Eagles in desperate need of some offense here. They have not scored yet this period. Nearly 3 minutes in. Nobby turns it over. Lawson turns it right back over to him. Yeah, Coach Feldhaus telling his guys to play with patience, be calm. They're kind of getting a little bit too fast. Both teams right now, I think, Jamie, getting a bit ahead of themselves as they work against the pressure from the other team. Whitaker throws it over to Adams. Great job by Adams to come behind the line to get it.
Now, he was triple teamed there. There's got to be some open players somewhere.
Pressure starting to turn the ball over for the Indians. Eagles cannot protect it.
Feldhaus wide open on the outside. They don't see him. Now they do.
Pump fake. Steps into it. Missed it. And the rebound to Helton. Southern kind of getting lucky on these last few possessions, Jamie, as the Indians unable to add to that lead.
Very fortunate.
Whitaker dribbles up top. Fakes the layoff to Adams. Drives in. Against 3 Indian defenders and missed it. Central back the other way with Steele. Steele behind the back. Up to Morrison. Swings it over to Richardson. Will's having a great game. Feldhaus has it now in the short corner. Up to Steele. Worked over to the near side. Now it's back to Steele. He'll try a 3. Missed it. And here come the Eagles back the other way as Nobby once again slows it down. Halfway through the second quarter, and Madison Southern has yet to put points on the board. Tucker Nobby will change it as a beautiful move. Lefty layup, able to finish.
Central wasting no time getting back down here, and Richardson again.
Not this time as Nobby grabs the rebound. Lays it off for Adams. Eagles able to kind of stem the tide at the moment, down by 7. They'll feed it to Adams inside. He'll work on Lawson. Fades away. Tough shot. Feldhouse with the rebound. Not sure that's the shot Coach Wright wanted on that possession. Central, through all this, though, has been unable to pull away. Only on top by 7. 3.5 remaining in this second quarter. Morrison to steal. Pump fake. Kicks it out to Richardson. Now back over to Morrison. Cody will drive it in, and he's fouled as Adams will pick up the personal. 3:20 remaining in this second quarter from Baptist Health Arena. Indians out in front with Cody Morrison, the lone senior on the team, headed to the free throw line. First shot up and in for Cody.
Got Cam's older brother Landon Adams coming in. Dunaway coming back.
Second free throw is good as well. Morrison 2 of 2 at the line, 29-20. As Adams deep in the corner, able to get it to Nobby. Nobby turned it over. Cam Steele will drive up Adams.
What a block by Zach Adams.
My goodness.
We've talked about momentum plays. If Southern needed one, that could be it.
No regard for human life as Adams with the block. And Central with 3:07 to play will inbound on top by 9. Come into Feldhouse, triple teamed. Jake missed it, tipped up, no good. Tipped back up, won't go down. Feldhouse got it back and is finally fouled as Jake Feldhouse heads back to the free throw line. Man, what a crowd inside of Baptist Health Arena. This is why you have this tournament here, because it is jam-packed inside of a great-looking, newly renovated arena here on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Feldhouse misses the first one. Jake with one more attempt. 2:59 remaining in this first half. It's been close throughout, but the second quarter very similar to the first game tonight between the girls teams of these two schools. Central able to pull away in that one. Not as much here at this point, but still basically 3 minutes to go in this first half as Jake makes it a 10-point Central lead.
And they're on a 10-2 run in this quarter. Really good job there.
Nobby, can they turn it into points? Dunaway to Nobby. Able to drive in, got the defender in the air, blocked by Feldhouse. Third block of the game for Jake Feldhouse. Here's Richardson, over to Steele. Feed it inside, Feldhouse again, double teamed, doesn't matter. Too strong, basket's good. 32-20.
Cam Adams coming back in for Dunaway. May have been his second foul.
Feldhouse at the line. Jake having a great first quarter, first half. He's been the guy all year for the Indians. He has come on the scene in the 11th region and has taken it by storm. Southern able to get the rebound. Whitaker saves to Nobby. Nobby will control it for the Eagles. Double team, got to get it up the floor. Splits the double team, lost it, got it back, lost it again. Powers will dunk it for Central. Oh, thought he was going to. Didn't really get his feet underneath him.
He certainly can.
And a foul on Steele as Southern, Jamie, I believe, once again got a little bit too fast there.
Yeah, they're trying to do too much on the dribble. We're doing a great job breaking the press with the pass.
34-20. The Eagles need some late second quarter magic from this young man, Michael Whitaker. Richardson defending. He'll cross over a couple of times, get in the lane, got a defender in the air, and he traveled with it. Yeah.
Only 2 points this quarter have come from a Tucker Nobby drive.
Long pass up the floor to Morrison, showing his wide receiver skills. Catching it and kind of tiptoeing the sideline. Richardson will beat it inside the Feldhouse. Jake leans in on the baseline, kicks it out to Morrison. His three-point attempt comes off. Ball tipped away. Feldhouse doing a great job to keep it alive. Goatley over to Morrison. Let's try it one more time. Again, won't go down.
Bodies everywhere.
Yeah, Nobby and Goatley banging down low. Here's Richardson. Swung over to Goatley left side. Back inside Powers. His floater is good. 36-20. Just too much size and athleticism for Central on that possession. Nobby kicks it to Whitaker. He'll try a three.
Deep one.
Yeah, comes off. Feldhouse one-handed up for the rebound. And Goatley going up high. Back to Jake. Layup is good. And they're going to call a blocking foul against the Eagles.
I don't know about that one. I think he was there for a while.
Yeah, Feldhouse kind of hung in the air for a minute as well before he even made contact. And Jamie, shades of that first game. Again, this second quarter has been the doom quarter tonight for Madison Southern.
Yeah, you blink, it's almost a 20-point game.
The Eagles with just 2 points in the second quarter thus far. In the girls' game, they could only muster up 3 points in the second period. And Feldhouse caps off the three-point play 39-20. And Jake heads over to the bench for this last 109. Sebastian up the floor to Adams. Feed it to Adams. Camden over to Sebastian. Thought about a three. Instead spins away and gets it over to Whitaker. Under a minute to go. Eagles just trying to hang in there for the moment. Sebastian's three won't go down, way off. Goatley on the attack the other way. They'll lay it off for Lawson. Back to Goatley. Coach Feldhouse calls out the play. Bounce pass into Lawson for an easy deuce. Beautiful pass
there by Goatley.
Yeah, beautiful pass to set that one up. Sebastian got to be careful here. Give it up to Tucker or to Whitaker. Whitaker trying to get fancy with it. Double team, and there's a reach-in foul called against the Indians. That's just the third team foul against Madison Central. Still 2 away from the bonus. Sebastian will throw it in for Madison Southern. Comes into Whitaker. Goatley and Powers there. Powers takes the matchup. Now a double team. Ball poked away, and Powers picks up the personal. 23.7 to play, Jamie, and it's just been defense forcing turnovers once again, same as we saw in game number 1.
Yep. And now they're going to double team in the backcourt. Got a little help.
Adams, quick three. Man, they needed that one. Missed it. Long outlet to Lawson. He'll hang and draw the foul on Michael Whitaker. And the physicality of this game, I mean, both Lawson and Whitaker took a shot there as Lawson heads to the free throw line.
Everybody seems to be okay. I think that's the second on Whitaker. So no real trouble there.
.9 remaining as Nobby and Landon Adams check back in. Lawson at the stripe. Makes the second. 22-point Central lead. 13 seconds to play. Nobby up the floor. They get it to Davis. Davis almost lost it. And then Lawson just chucked it to the other end. Whitaker will get a shot off, but it won't come close. And at the end of the first half, Madison Central on top 42-20. Samantha Burford down there with Coach Alan Feldhouse.
got started. And I tell you, that extra 10 feet makes a difference. I mean, I think they were tired, but my guys were a little bit tired too after the first 4 or 5 minutes. Once they adjusted to it, we got 1 or 2 turnovers that kind of snowballed after that. So they followed the game plan pretty good so far.
You're keeping this team fresh, but you got to be happy to have Luke Asher back.
Well, it's just nice to have 8 players again. Yeah, I mean, Luke, if we can get by tonight, then we got a whole week before, really 5 days before we play in the district finals. That just gives him more time to get back in Luke Asher form, which we need.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot. All right, we're going to take that 3-minute commercial break. Don't go anywhere, because I guarantee you the second half is going to be amazing. Stay with us.
Whitaker Bank in Madison County is your local bank for convenience. With more branches than literally any other bank in Madison County, why go anywhere else? Whitaker Bank is known for their friendly customer service and easy access drive-thrus. Whitaker Bank, your home for local, friendly, family banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Gillum Sports Lounge isn't just a place for good food and hospitality. It's about gathering with family and friends, satisfying those taste buds, and cheering on your favorite team. You can't go wrong with one of their delicious burgers, salads, pizzas, or one of their many appetizers. Order online or stop in and see for yourself why Gillum Sports Lounge has been a staple in Richmond for almost 20 years. Located inside the Richmond Mall. Gillum Sports Lounge. Like them on Facebook to see more.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers have over 24 years experience in the auction industry. Whether you're selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, Pruitt & Sons can help take your property to auction and walk you through the process. Serving all over Central Kentucky, visit PruittAuctioneers.com. And remember, Angela Pruitt for all your real estate needs as well.
Welcome back in, everybody, to Baptist Health Arena on WBON TV. It's the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. As we come at you live here, it's time for the Nuevo Vallarta halftime show. Nuevo Vallarta here in Richmond, with 2 locations now in Berea as well to better serve all of their favorite customers throughout Madison County. You can find them online at NuevoVallartaRichmond.com. Jamie Boggs, Michael Watkins here with you, and Jamie at the half. Just another rough second quarter for Madison Southern. They scored just 2 points in the second quarter, outscored 22-2 in that period, and at the half they trail 42-20 as Gage is showing us some replays from the girls' game. Appreciate that, Gage.
But pretty much the same story. Different
exactly.
chapter.
Yeah, there's some highlights. This is Nobby getting in. And here's the thing. Southern played great in that first quarter. Both games. It was tied at 11 after 1 in the girls' game. A 2-point lead for Central after one here in the boys game. In that second quarter, the Indians turned up the pressure, forced those turnovers, 8 turnovers in the second period alone, and only 9 field goal attempts. You cannot win a game that way. Now, it's still close enough to where they can make a game of it, but similar to what we talked about on the girls' side, you got to get this down to beneath 10 going into the fourth quarter to give yourself a chance.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a little bit better on the boards as well. 10 offensive rebounds for Central, and a lot of those led to points. So you've got to do a better job of getting. Now, look, I realize you're at a size disadvantage. You have to box out and make the officials have no choice but to call a foul if somebody goes over you. You got to be strong in there.
Halftime stats delivered by Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Visit PruittAuctioneers.com and see why for over 20 years people have been choosing Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers as they invest their time, resources, and money into generating buyers to bid on your auction. Whether it's selling real estate, personal property, or liquidating your assets, they take your property to auction and they will provide top-notch personalized service to both you and their buying customers. Serving Central Kentucky for over 20 years, Pruitt & Sons Auctioneers. Visit PruittAuctioneers.com to learn more. Halftime stats look like this. Michael Whitaker had a great first quarter. In that opening 8 minutes, Micah with 8 points. Problem is, he still has 8 points for the senior, who really needed to have a huge game for the Eagles to get a chance to win. On the other side for Central, 16 points, 7 rebounds for Jake Feldhaus, 5 of them offensively. Turnovers and giving up offensive rebounds, really the two things right now that is holding the Eagles back. They had 12 turnovers and allowed 10 offensive rebounds in the first half. Second chance points, just 5, but Central does have 20 points in the paint and 12 off turnovers.
Yeah, if you're watching those highlights just now on WBON, you can see so many buckets around the basket, whether that's in transition or on the offensive glass. Good news is those are fixable things.
Yes.
Will they fix them? I don't know, and that's obviously Central's not going to let off the gas, so Southern's got a lot of work to do to get back in this one.
It is a 22-point halftime lead here on the Nuevo Vallarta halftime show. Nuevo Vallarta with 3 locations now in Madison County, 2 over in Berea, and of course their one right here on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Was there just yesterday enjoying the steak nachos is what I got yesterday. You can't go wrong. They've got the what?
I said that's a legit choice.
Legit. Yeah. I thought you said I should go to the gym. Yeah, I said you're not wrong. I need to go to the gym, but.
Well, the location in Berea is right beside a gym.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Dude. You can go get you some queso, and then if you
might want to do it the other way.
Yeah,
work
go
out
to the gym first, then get some queso. That makes sense. That makes sense. Samantha Burford is down there trying to grab Coach Steve Wright when his team comes out of the locker room. But a great first half for Jake Feldhaus and the Madison Central Indians. 16.7 rebounds. Will Richardson had 11 points. He had 2 separate 4-point plays where he knocked down the 3 and then knocked down a free throw.
Insane. You never see those. And to have 2 in one half, phenomenal effort by Richardson.
And Will's been known for his shooting. I think it's the mustache. If you can grow a mustache like that, you're going to be known as a shooter, and that's what Will Richardson has done. And even the guys off the bench played well. Central with 9 points off the bench as Lawson, Powers, and Goatley all played very well in their limited time out there on the floor. They did combine for 4 turnovers, but they also combined for 9 points and also 7 rebounds for those guys. So they played well off the bench. And for Central to make a deep postseason run, for them to win maybe a game or 2 in the 11th region tournament, they're going to have to find somebody else besides Jake Feldhaus to carry the load offensively. And they've got guys that can do it. Richardson can shoot. Cody Morrison was their leading scorer last year. Luke Asher had a great season before the injury. So they've got the potential. I think it's just putting it all together. And I've watched Central play all year long. This team, I don't think they've had that one game where everybody just puts it all together. We still haven't seen that from this team yet.
But you've seen glimpses of the different pieces in different games. So I will be excited if this team wins this game, makes it to the regional tournament. I look for them to give some people a hard time for certain. And look, the 11th region is really good up at the top.
Yes.
So it's going to be hard for anybody to make it out of there alive. But Central can certainly go in there and make it hard for everybody.
But here's the thing about the 11th region. There's 3 teams on the boys' side ranked in the top 10.
Yep.
Great Crossing, who was preseason #1, probably still the favorite to win the state championship. Bryan Station has been really good this year. And then Frederick Douglass, who lost Armello Boone to Woodford County, still a top 10 team in the state. So it's very impressive to see what that program has done. But they've been so good ever since they became a basketball program. But here as we sit inside of Baptist Health Arena, still awaiting Coach Steve Wright and the Eagles to come out of the locker room. 1:17 to play here on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. They're coming out. Here we go. Yes. Let's see if we can get Coach Wright with a quick question from Samantha as the Eagles trail by 22 at the half, 42-20. And Samantha Burford trying to grab Coach Wright as they come out here on the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament. The Indians with this big halftime lead. To be interested to see what Coach Wright says as his team comes out of the locker room. Real quickly, Samantha going to talk to Coach Wright and get his halftime thoughts. We will send it down to Samantha Burford.
Coach, talk to us about this first half play. You can't be happy with the way this team really challenged during the second quarter.
Well, it got pretty physical. The game got real physical. You know, we're not getting to the free throw line than they are. That's part of the spread. But we got to do a better job taking care of the ball and absorbing some of the contact. Just play a little better and play harder.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. Well, that buzzer rang, so we're going to let Coach go, and we're going to have a good second half right here. You never know who's going to win in this 44th District game.
Back here with a great interview there from Samantha. And folks, we do want to remind you, KentuckyRoofWorks.com is the place to go to learn more information about Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Your roofing experts serving Central Kentucky with quality roofing services. Find out more online and get a free estimate at KentuckyRoofWorks.com. Back to the action here as we begin the third quarter with Adams inbounding it in there with Sebastian. You got Dunaway, Davis, and Whitaker in the game, and Tucker Nobby not in the lineup to start this third quarter, Jamie, and it looks like there's something going on with Tucker on the bench.
Dunaway with a great offensive rebound and 2 great passes there and able to capitalize on either.
And I think Nobby might be sick. Tucker Nobby is right now been over the trash can, so one of the key players for...
Big block by Dunaway.
Big job there to kind of give the Eagles a chance at the other end. Here's Sebastian missing the three-point attempt, and the youngsters showing their inexperience here inside of Baptist Health Arena. The lob play to Asher up and in. Sebastian bounce pass to Adams. Tried the reverse, missed it. Asher with the rebound. He'll outlet it to Morrison. Cody. Here's Whitaker. On the drive in. And Whitaker hits his head hard on the floor.
Yeah, they just got tangled up, and Morrison went for the ball and took Whitaker's legs out from under him. Looks like Tucker may give it a go here in a second. Coach had him up, set him back down.
Yeah. Nobby over there on the bench now talking to his big brother Kaysen to get it into Dunaway. Tough shot over Feldhouse, missed it, and that'll be a foul on Jake as another Eagles body hits the floor hard. That's Helton hitting the deck. And
first foul on Feldhouse.
And bounce to Whitaker. Quick three from the corner. Comes off. Micah able to track down his own rebound. Bounce, pass it into Dunaway. Blocked by Feldhouse, and that's the second foul on Jake. With 6:25 to play in this third quarter. 2 free throws coming up for Dunaway. This young man has had such a hard. You look at some of the guys he's had to go up against, Jamie. You've had the big guys from Grind Station. You just saw Malachi Moreno over the weekend. You played Jake Feldhouse 3 times this year. Dunaway has kind of been thrown into the fire, and this sophomore has stepped up to the plate and had a really good season for Coach Wright.
Still fairly young to basketball. Really didn't start playing until middle school, toward the end of his middle school run there.
Second free throw is good. 44-21. And we'll have Steele bring it up the floor for Central. Bounce pass over to Powers, or to Morrison, excuse me. Cody on the drive, out to Richardson. Back over to Will. They'll feed it into Feldhouse, and he turned it over. Great defense by Southern. Adams, bounce pass to Whitaker. See if the Eagles can put a little run together here. Out to Adams, back to Whitaker. Micah will slow it down and reset the offense up for Coach Wright. Throw it over to Helton. Helton behind the back, between the legs, out to Adams. Feed it up the floor to Dunaway now, straight away. He'll work in on Feldhouse, kicks it out. Long three from Whitaker. It's good. Nice shot from Whitaker. And Coach Wright pleading with the officials, saying you can't do that, as Feldhouse kind of body checked his big man. Jake at the other end, out to Richardson. Swing it over to Steele. Down to a 20-point lead for Central. They feed it inside to Feldhouse. They'll kick it back to Steele. Now to Morrison. Cody drives in and able to lay it off the back of the rim. Soft touch for Cody Morrison. At the other end, Whitaker draws the foul.
That's
the
3
third foul
quick
on
ones.
Feldhouse, yeah.
Now my question is, why didn't you think to do that in the first half? Go see if you can get him in foul trouble, get him out of the game. This is a great opportunity as Whitaker can bring it back to 20 to try to get down to 10 before the fourth.
First free throw good from Whitaker. One more free throw coming up for Micah. And he makes it. 5:06 remaining, 46-26. Morrison out to Asher. Luke down inside to Lawson, back to Asher, and he'll lay it in. Great ball movement once again for Central as they beat the zone defense of the Eagles. Whitaker back with it on the other end. Micah driving baseline, threw it away. Stolen away by Lawson. Give it up to Richardson. Will to Steele. Steps into an open three. Rattles out. Rebound to Asher. Luke leans in for the easy two.
Stepping right in where Feldhouse left, doing the same work.
Elton. Double team. Gives it up to Nobby. We've got to give this kid credit for sticking in there after feeling some ill effects from a rough first half. Nobby going to hang in there for the Eagles as Dunaway once again steps up to the free throw line.
And all these guys, such a physical game, taking a beating.
Yeah, I'm sore just watching them bang inside. Great showcase tonight as we get a good look at the cheerleaders from both teams. You got the band performing tonight, doing their thing. Really everybody deserving credit as the season kind of culminates here from Baptist Health Arena. And the Indians and Eagles battling it out in the first round for just the third time in 18 years. And Central way out in front, 50-28. Lawson up top to Steele. Swing it right side to Richardson. Back to Steele, and now it over to Asher. Good defense by the Eagles, trying to swipe at it. Morrison's got it for Central. Out to Steele. A little hesitation. Drives in. Bounces it back out to Morrison. Work it right side to Richardson. Thought about a three. Instead, it's Asher who ends up with it for the Indians. He'll kick it to Morrison. Stolen away by Nobby. Great defense by the Eagles. Forcing a turnover, and back the other way comes Madison Southern. Adams thought about a three. But it's stripped away. Morrison with good defense, and Coach Wright wanted a foul call. Adams right there on him defensively trying to get it back. Cody kicks it out to Richardson. Open for three. Puts it in. 53-28. Will's fourth three-pointer of the game.
4 for 5 from deep.
Nobby will try to answer. He puts it in. Timeout, Madison Southern. Coach Wright wants to talk it over with his team after that three-pointer. And I think
he wants to talk to the officials first.
That's what I think. Kaysen doing a good job here, stepping in between his head coach and the officials. It's a full timeout with 3:14 to play in the third quarter on WBON TV.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Cars of Kentucky was once again voted the #1 pre-owned automobile dealership in Madison County. Some of the reasons why include the friendliest local staff. All prices on the vehicles are clearly marked. Plus, they have a great updated website that has all the inventory listed. Cars of Kentucky has a great location. Whether you need a gas saver, a truck, SUV, Cars of Kentucky has all the best brands. Cars of Kentucky, 356 Big Hill Avenue, or give them a call at 624-CARS.
Powers will inbound for the Indians as Goatley, and Lawson are in there with Richardson and Morrison for the Indians. A foul with 3:11 to play in the third will have Powers inbound in front of the Central bench. Goatley's got it. He'll kick it over to Richardson. His three-point attempt is going to rattle home. What a game for Will Richardson. His fifth three-pointer now. Here's Helton. Did a great job by Southern to find an open look for Adams. Not this time, and Lawson able to corral it for Central. Feed it up to Richardson. He'll kick it to Morrison. Cody on the attack, lays it off. Now back to Morrison for an open three in the corner. His three-point attempt is good. 59-31, 28-point lead. Nobby hits the deck. Richardson had the steal. It's taken away by Adams. Now Helton. Kicks it out. They swing it over to Whitaker. Richardson gets back in the play defensively. Whitaker with the defender right in his eye. Missed it. Dunaway able to lay it in on the offensive rebound. Great effort by Dunaway. Goatley crosses over a couple of times. Straight away. Kicks it over to Morrison. Cody. Had it poked away. Able to track it down near midcourt. Now it's back to Goatley. Ricky. On the drive, finds Powers for three. Man, it is raining threes on that end. Indians knock down another long one as Powers this time gets in on the action. 62-33. Adams splits a double team, lays it off for Whitaker. Whitaker to Dunaway. Dunaway layup good.
Great ball movement. It's hard to catch up when the other team won't miss.
Morrison gets it back for the Indians. Kick it out to Richardson once again. Man, 6 threes for Will Richardson. And a 65-35 Indians lead. Helton, he'll try one. Not this time for the Eagles, and the ball poked away off the head of Goatley. It'll stay with Madison Southern. Steele back in the game. Coach Phil going to see if he can pull his own player off. Will Richardson is on fire right now. They come in to Dunaway. And he threw it away. Goatley on the drive. Lay it off for Morrison. Layup good. 67-35. Madison Central.
They just jump on you so quickly.
Nobby, long pass to Dunaway. Lays it off for Adams. Missed the layup. Lawson had it ripped away. Dunaway lost the handle himself. Ball's loose. Whitaker's got it. He'll try a three. No, and Goatley able to get it for Central. Indians have numbers once again. We've got a whistle and a double dribble called against Ricky Goatley. 67-35 Indians as the fans start to find their way to the exits. Jamie, it's been a disappointing night for Madison Southern fans. And this one without Kaysen Nobby, you could just tell the inexperience as his brother Tucker knocks down a three. We've got a quick whistle. The official here on the near side blew the whistle and then took off toward the scorer's table. Not sure what the issue was there. He says we're ready to play, and we'll see the Indians inbound with 25 seconds to play. But without Kaysen Nobby, the pressure just too much for Madison Southern tonight.
And really the ball security was an issue. Kaysen takes great care of the basketball, and so many turnovers have just buried the Eagles tonight.
Goatley. It's a defender in the air to Steele. Steele got to get it off. 4 seconds. Cam will drive. Take the three. Comes off, and the third quarter comes to a close. 67-38. Indians way out in front on WBON TV.
The real estate company is locally owned and with over 20 years experience. Last year, they ranked second in Madison County for overall sales. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home in Central Kentucky, why not choose the real estate company and their expertise of the area? Featured listings include many new constructions in Parkview at Hanger Farms here in Richmond, or this one in Stony Creek in Berea. Visit therealestatecoky.com to see a complete set of listings and find your next dream home.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Back on WBON TV, special thanks to our sponsors for tonight, like Kentucky Roofworks here, the 44th District Tournament. How about AJ's Fireplaces and more? Check them out online. And Journeyman Moving, your journey, our move. How about Art Tactical and Berea Collision? More great sponsors of our coverage here tonight on WBON TV. Also, a special thank you to Fort Bank, Battlefield Tire, Holland Sons Auto Care, Cars of Kentucky, Lee's Famous Recipe of Richmond, and so many more great sponsors helping us provide this coverage tonight on WBON TV. Here's Asher. Gets it up to Goatley, swung over to Steele, bounce pass down to Feldhouse, who's back in there and immediately making an impact with a turnaround jumper, pushing the lead to 31.
Set out a lot of the third quarter with 3 quick fouls.
Goatley, great defense on Whitaker, poked it away and then picks up the foul. Coach Steve Wright shouting out the instructions to his guys as they try to make a good effort here this fourth quarter to make this at least maybe somewhat respectable. You know, the worst part, Jamie, about Kaysen Nobby not being able to dress tonight is he's had such a great career as Dunaway gets inside for 2. Won't be able to get that curtain call that seniors normally get at the end of their career in the final game.
And he very much deserves all-time assist leader, Madison Southern history, 1,000-point scorer. Really did it all for this team.
Goatley, another nice pass, and Feldhouse fouled by Adams. So now you get both Madison Central, the girls and the boys, advancing to Friday night. They'll face the winner of the Berea Model matchups tomorrow. The girls at 6 p.m., the boys at 7:45. Those games here on WBON TV as well. And
I expect both of those to be very competitive ball games.
Yeah, that boys game tomorrow. We thought the girls game tonight would be. Of course, Central's onslaught in the second quarter changed that. But the boys game tomorrow night could potentially be the best game of the tournament now, as the free throw good from Feldhouse, 71-40. Whitaker up the floor. He'll lay it off for Helton. Helton drives in, kicks it to Nobby. Nobby in trouble. Stolen away. Jake Feldhouse, highlight time. Dunks! Feldhouse up high and down hard with the slam. 73-40 Indians. And could that be a sign of things to come? With Jake Feldhouse dunking on this floor. He was offered a scholarship by Eastern Kentucky University in a game, after a game in January, I believe. Looked pretty good in the maroon and white. Here's Whitaker driving in,
great take.
Won't go down, and Asher with it for the Indians. They've got numbers. Whitaker behind the play. Luke on the drive. Gives it up to Goatley. Ricky on the drive himself. Swing around to Morrison. Pump fake, drive, kick it out. Goatley, 4-3. Comes off. Feldhouse able to grab the rebound. Back up. Won't go. Ball's tipped away. Jake saves it. Right to Goatley. Out to Asher. His three-point attempt is good.
That's just the way things have gone for him tonight, Michael.
Another whistle from the same official. I'm not sure what that was about again, Jamie, but now the backside official.
Now we got dueling whistles out there.
Yeah, I think they're just setting in the running clock for the rest of the game.
If I'm Coach Allen Feldhouse, I think Jake props his feet up the rest of this one. You're up 36, 6 minutes to go. No reason to risk injury really for anybody out there.
Well, and the game has been so physical too. The whistle will keep it at the Eagles side of things. Whitaker will bring it up the floor. Micah and a crossover on Goatley, and ball had it poked away. Steele with the steal. And Cam will bring it up for the Indians. It's a screen up top to Goatley. Ricky driving in. Leans in for two. Won't get it to go. Ball tipped out. And it'll head the other way with Madison Southern as Adams checks back in for the Eagles. And in for the Indians, Lawson, Morrison, and Richardson. And you called it. Feldhouse will check out with the 5:02 mark. And a running clock the rest of the way.
Tucker Nobby out. Big hug to big brother over there as he's heading toward the bench. You know, there were no seniors on the Southern girls team. A couple guys here, though, going to be playing their last game.
Yeah, Micah Davis, Micah Whitaker, Mason Davis. That's Goatley going to be called for a foul.
And it's always tough to see people playing their last high school game. I know both those guys also soccer players.
Yeah,
had a good soccer season this year.
You know, my last game of my senior year, I actually fouled out and made them come get me off the floor. I was not going to do it myself.
It's tough.
Adams leans in, especially against your rival. It was against Breathitt County for me in the first round of the district tournament, knowing it was coming to an end.
Lucas Daniels in for the Eagles.
Richardson, why not? Next time it won't go down. He's hit 6 of them this evening.
Daniels comes down with a rebound. Another tall, talented sophomore.
Great hustle by Adams, putting it back up and in. And the thing about Southern, This sophomore class that they have is a lot like the sophomore class that Central had last season that are now juniors. You got Goatley, Powers, Lawson, Richardson, Steele, now Feldhouse who transferred in.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't just juniors. They'll all be back next year. And just continuing to potentially add to the legacy of Alan Feldhouse Jr., who's already a Hall of Fame coach. Morrison with the steal. Powers has got it for the Indians. Kicks it over to Goatley. Back to Powers. They'll swing it around to Morrison. Looking inside to Lawson. Richardson's got it. Back to Richardson. Pump fake. Drive in. Goatley. Work it over to Richardson. Now bouncing it down to Lawson. He lost the handle on it. Able to get it back. Powers to Goatley. They'll spin in the lane. Fade away. Man, Goatley putting on a show here late in the fourth.
Couple buckets in a row there for another talented sophomore.
Timeout, Coach Wright and the Eagles. They want to talk it over with 2:39 to play in the fourth. Big lead, Madison Central on WBON TV.
When perfect is in the air, you can feel it. Presenting the new Ultimate Comfort System from Lennox, the most advanced heating and air conditioning system ever.
Call 859-779-0122 now and get the best Lennox home comfort systems at a price you'll love. That's affordable heating and air at 859-779-0122 or online at affordableheating-air.com.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Back here on WBON TV in the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament.
Another senior checking in here for Southern, Braxton Arnett.
Whitaker, a deep three, puts it in for Micah. A quiet final three quarters for the senior, but he did a great job of kind of setting the tone early for the Eagles. But without his running mate in the backcourt, just not enough firepower. That would be a turnover called against the Indians. Whitaker over to Davis. Coach Wright preparing some of his younger guys to get in the game. Kick it into the corner. And the ball stolen away as Daniels rips it away. Higher will inbound it for the Indians. Yeah, Whitaker and Davis will come out of the game for the final time, along with Braxton Arnett, another senior. Those three guys playing their final game of their career. In case of Nabi unable to be out there tonight, you know that's a hard pill to swallow for him as well. I'm assuming Nabi's going to play somewhere at the next level. Haven't heard much on that yet, but he's got the talent to do so. We got a quick substitution timeout.
And Central, that is Ridner leaving the floor. Bryce Smith checking in. Got Hager out there. Jaggerham.
Landon Adams checks back out. Tomorrow night, our coverage will begin at 5:30. It'll be Malo and Berea on the girls' side at 6 p.m. and then the boys will follow around 7:45. Another 44th District opening round matchup between the Pirates and the Patriots. It's coming up tomorrow with Jamie and his counterpart John Bailey on the call tomorrow night. And there's another injury for the Eagles. And
Elliott Smith,
yeah,
freshman. Really talented kid at everything.
3 games this year, and man, he's trying to shake it off. Kind of gingerly on that ankle.
Blake Bonham, Caleb Catron, and Bryant Brock also in for the Eagles.
First free throw won't go, and he is really laboring on that left ankle. Trying to get his name in the scoring book. Can't do so. Man, they're going to let him come out here. That left ankle really hurting him. That's Elliott Smith, the freshman. Central will dribble it out. And the Indians back-to-back tonight. Lady Indians first, and the boys do it in the second game. 80-49, your final score over the Madison Southern Eagles in night one of the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. We will step aside for a quick 3-minute commercial break. We'll come back, wrap things up from the first night of our coverage here on WBON TV.
ABR Auto Recyclers in Richmond is buying your beat up and broke down cars. Have an old vehicle sitting around that you never got around to working on, or that old wreck in the backyard that you're sick of looking at? Call ABR Auto Recyclers at 859-369-5844. Not running? No problem. If you have an old vehicle, ABR Auto Recyclers wants to buy it. Get cash for your old car. ABR Auto Recyclers, 2294 Box Ankle Road in Richmond.
Change can be hard. We make it easy. While we haven't changed our commitment to exceeding customers' expectations since 1985, we have changed the many ways we help you manage your banking. Make the change to happier banking.
There's something special about a sit-down family meal together. At Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, we couldn't agree more. That's why we're making it easy with our 8-piece family meal at a great price. Enjoy a classic family meal without the hassle. It includes 8 mixed pieces of Famous Recipe Chicken, 2 large sides, and 4 fluffy biscuits. At Lee's, making your family's meal special is what we do best. Get a home-style meal made easy with our 8-piece family meal at a great price. Only at Lee's.
Stop by Lee's in Richmond today.
At Battlefield Tire and Auto Care, the question we hear the most is, do you do that? Yes, we do that. From fixing a flat to putting on a new set of tires on your wife's car, specializing in brakes to major engine work, electrical, air conditioning, and transmissions, yes, we do that too. We have over 80 years of mechanical experience. Plus, we know your budget doesn't always plan for the unexpected. With no credit check financing plans, you won't have to stress about keeping your car on the road. Battlefield Tire and Auto Care, 1974 Berea Road, family owned and fine-tuned.
Your vehicle's safety and integrity depend on its windows, which means a small crack can lead to big problems. Whether it's a repair or a replacement, the experts at Aero Auto Glass can have your car's windows looking like new in no time. With mobile service available in Lexington, Richmond, and surrounding areas, you can have your car serviced close to home. If you have damaged auto glass, call the professionals at Aero Auto Glass, 866-975-4527.
Near New Auto Center has been serving Berea in the same location for over 40 years. Check out the huge selection of Near New inventory online at our website, nearnewauto.com. Cars, trucks, SUVs, or minivans? Whatever you are looking for, you can find it at Near New Auto. You can also get pre-approved on the website. At Near New Auto, there's no bull. For the best deals on like new automobiles, 200 Richmond Road, North Berea. No bull, just good deals. Come see the difference. Don't buy new, buy Near New.
No salesman. Deal directly with the owner.
Back here on WBON TV to wrap things up from our first night of coverage of the Kentucky Roofworks and Restoration 44th District Tournament. And Jamie, a rough night for Madison Southern. First quarter goes great. You keep it close, tied in the girls' game after one, a 2-point lead for Central in the boys' game after one. But in that second quarter is where both games fell apart. The Eagles on the girls' side scored just 3 points in the second quarter. On the boys' side, they scored just 2 points in the second quarter. The defense picked up for Central in both of those quarters. They turned turnovers into points at the other end, and they pulled away both second quarters, the difference in those two games tonight.
Yeah, and all the credit to Central. Their defense really in the last three quarters of both games was lights out, and they capitalized on turnovers and finished around the basket. And Southern, for whatever reason, for each team, just really did not take care of the basketball. But again, all the credit to Central and their aggressive defense.
Indians doing a great job here picking up those 2 wins tonight here on the Chenault Vineyards postgame show. Chenault Vineyards has become the go-to destination for family and friends to find fun and entertainment, some great food as well. At Chenault Vineyards here in Richmond, you can look them up online at ChenaultVineyards.com or like Chenault Vineyards on Facebook to find out what's coming up next at Chenault Vineyards. Individual stats look like this. Indians with great balanced scoring. You had 22 points from Jake Feldhouse, 20 for Will Richardson, including a 6 of 8 night from the three-point line. 11 points each for Morrison and Luke Asher. 9 points off the bench for Joe Powers, who played really well on both sides of the ball. Goatley played well. He had 4 points and 3 points for Christian Lawson, who I think has become an important player for this team.
Yeah.
His size and his energy off the bench provides a lot for Alan Feldhouse Jr.
Yeah, it's a must, especially as you get into regional play. And Feldhouse got in some foul trouble there in the third, and Lawson came in and did a great job, and they're going to need him to do that Friday and then next week as well.
Yeah, the Indians with the big win here tonight. On the other side, 16 points for Michael Whitaker. In his final game, Tucker Nobby did his best to make his big brother proud, finished with 12 points and a great effort from him in the second half. Coming out of the locker room, he was the last player to come out and then immediately went over to the trash can and was doing some stuff there. For him to tough that out and get back in there and play shows what kind of toughness and heart that kid's got. But to see those, it's always sad when you see the seniors come off the floor.
Yeah.
Mason Davis and Arnett and those guys, you hate to see their careers come to an end. But it has to at some point.
Yeah.
And tonight it did for Madison Southern.
It did, and it's tough. It's part of it, and I mean, it's going to happen at one point or another. But for Morrison, the lone senior for Central, he's got a few more games left, and tomorrow night we'll come and see which seniors from Model and Berea are going to live to play another day.
Final score 80-49 here on the boys' side. It was a 68-46 win for Central. On the girls' side, a great job from our crew tonight with the great camera work from Copeland Peterson. My guy Daniel worked the high and wide cam tonight. A great job from him. And then Garrett Stearns over on the other baseline cam. Samantha Burford doing our halftime interviews, getting those thoughts from the coaches. And we could not do any of this without our great producer, Gage Hill, on the other side, and then Matt Ridout, our radio producer tonight. So a full crew on hand for our coverage, and we'll be right back here tomorrow night, same time, same place on WBON TV. Looking forward to another exciting night of the 44th District Tournament.
Can't wait. It's going to be 2 good games, and hopefully we fill this arena again like we did tonight. Awesome atmosphere.
We'll see you then, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for watching the Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration 44th District Tournament on WBON TV.